Ah! 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 Welcome! Welcome to motherfucking Gek Date! Do I have believers of love in the chat this evening? People with souls, with hearts, with some optimism in this treacherous world. I have 10 perfect strangers with me this evening. And I have paired them each up with each other on a video date that we are going to watch and enjoy voyeuristically. If at any time, I will be cutting in every so often. They're not going to be able to hear me. I'm going to talk over the dates a little bit. They're not going to be able to hear me. My body is brimming. I don't know if I'm nervous. You think the people on the dates are nervous? I swear to God, I'm more nervous than all of them combined. My heart is just brimming with passion right now, and I can't speak another word out of my goddamn mouth without getting some Geckdate in here. So let's just do it. Let's introduce your very first pair of Geckdaters this evening. Everyone, let's meet Amutha and Patrick.
I know I'm looking hella fucked up because I just woke up, so... And if this is the first fucking thing I'm doing after just waking up, you're gonna know there's some level of commitment there. Why I want to apply to be on Geckdate, I don't know. Why does anyone do anything, right? Just because. Is that a good enough response? What kind of person am I looking for? I feel like I don't know what I'm looking for. Someone who dabbles in psychedelics but isn't too deep in the rabbit hole that their like brain's kind of fried. Someone who's just a solid human being who has some kind of perspective on life being alive and synchronistic and meaningful but not meaningful. Like there is meaning, but that meaning is what you make it. I hope this answers the questions. Yeah.
Hey Gek, my name is Patrick, I'm 33. I would love to apply for Gek Date so I can meet a new and interesting person, someone who shares the same interests as me, and I can spend a good amount of time in front of a large number of strangers on a very awkward date. So,
Hey Gek, sorry about that. I had to pause and restart the video because a bee got into my suit and stung me in the arm. But I'm alright. I hope that gives me a little bit of an edge in this whole application process. I'm looking for somebody who is active, loves to get out, run, backpack, hike. I live in a pretty outdoorsy part of the country, so I spend a lot of my summer time outside. I garden. I take care of bees, as you've seen. This is my running partner, Max. So, Max, say hi. If anything, you get me on a date with somebody, and this guy can come on and just entertain everybody. He's the more charismatic one anyways, so. Anyways, thank you, Gek, for this opportunity. I really look forward to it.
Patrick, Amutha, how are we doing this evening?
Very well, thank you.
Well, listen, you know, I put you two together because, you know, I just had a feeling. I don't know. Sometimes I have explanations, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have feelings, I have guts, and I always try to go with it. So, you know, listen, I'm gonna shut up, and I'm gonna let you two get to know each other.
Cool. I have to ask. I noticed the candle in the back. Was that a tactical move, or are you a candle kind of guy?
Could you please get a heart in the chat if we
and candle guy. So
very nice.
Playing around with ideas of how do you set the mood on virtual. So
yeah, I went for like blaring white, just abyss. Pretty plain Jane background. But if I flipped my camera, which might be difficult, I have a picture of a guy holding his penis and like masturbating, but it's done in like an ink.
Oh God, please.
It's art.
Oh God, please do not.
And then right in front of me is Alex Gray. He's like psychedelic artwork guy, and it's kind of like this crazy image of this guy praying, and then
take me off
third eye open, and aura and like psychedelic goodness. So this is the boring side, but I create on this side. So
how's
I'm, like,
the audio, by the way? This date's gonna be a little bit of a
like,
guinea pig right now.
I want to know more about the creation stuff. Do we introduce ourselves first, since we don't get to watch?
Yeah, right. It kind of just went straight into a conversation, huh? So
there we go.
Amutha, like we kind of had a really like quick discussion about this right before we jumped on. I don't really mind how people pronounce my name because I know it's like not too easy. So like I pronounce it as Amutha.
On her end,
Amutha.
turn me up. All right.
Whatever you feel.
I swear to God, we're gonna figure this out.
So that one's pretty easy to pronounce. So I don't know ages on this either. I'm 33.
How about now?
So
am I better?
And it was really funny that you said
Can
that
you
you
hear me?
had some art of a penis behind you. I ran this by my coworkers.
Someone, all right. Someone said perfect, beautiful. I'm still quietish.
Oh, so, that would have been a power move right there.
They're probably watching and very
all right.
disappointed.
Is this doable?
I don't know if he would have had to blur it out though. You know, I'd just been more trouble for him. I was gonna ask because I did see your name as Patrick with a C, no K. Is that a thing?
It's a subtle way, so it's that I work with professionally don't mind me. I don't know if it'll work since it's my face out there.
You cut out. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Oh, it's what I do on my social media. So it throws off folks looking for me on social media.
Okay.
Wait, why does he not?
You just minus 1K. I changed my name completely. I used to work at a school, and kids would stalk me after they found out I was cool. They would try and find me on Facebook and add me, which was super weird.
Oh, okay. He works at a school. I thought it was like he did something bad. And he's on the run.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, fair enough. Where to from here? What do you do? I know that's a shitty question, but
it's a good introduction.
Hey guys, what is the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Ooh.
I have one right now, but do you want to go?
No, go for it. Yeah, give me a time to think about it.
She has one immediately. He's got to think about it.
Like, just wasn't thinking or just didn't know, I guess. I was traveling around Thailand and I was going across. There was like this like cove, and they had mushy shakes and like weed in this place. And so I was like on a mission to get there. So I kind of had to go from one bay to the next. And when I went over, it was like, I forget, is it low tide when it's out? So I was like, it was all G's. I was kind of walking
he nodded
on
like he knew the answer
straight
to that
up sand
question.
to get to the bay. And then I had booked a ticket for a boat the next morning, and I got up early, started walking, got halfway to like almost around the bend, and like the water had
Maybe I'm
basically
just
come up to
projecting
my
because I don't
knees,
know
which I
anything
was
about
like,
tides.
fine, you know, I can survive. By the time I got pretty much halfway, like the water was above my head.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't
like,
necessarily like
this,
a
like, jagged cliff face. And I've got a fucking
an acknowledgement that he knew the answer,
like
but a nod of
it's
acknowledgement of her existence
water.
and asking
All
the
my
question.
electronics are flush. I'm sitting on a rock and I'm looking out at this boat really far away, just like, how do I call out for help? And I had this really dramatic moment of like, it's do or die. Like either I'm gonna sit here and die. I just wasn't thinking logically. Like I'm either gonna sit here and just die, or I'm just gonna go and do the thing. And I honestly felt like I had a second chance of life. That was a very intense experience. So yeah, but I managed to catch the boat as well. I was like 15 minutes late, but by the grace of God, something had stopped that boat from going, and I managed to catch it. I was just being stingy. I could have taken it would have cost me like $1 to go across on boat, but I was just being stingy as fuck. Anyway, that's my life-changing story. Do you have one?
Yeah, I can share a similar experience actually. So I used to do commercial salmon fishing. In my very first tide that I went so it was low tide, and where I fished, it goes out. And then it comes in really, really fast. And you've got to time everything to get your net out perfectly, so you can get back into the boat and then the tide in. Well, I didn't get into the boat fast enough. And my captain.
We should play Mad Libs with Patrick's story. Just every time he cuts out, we try to fill in the blank of what he said.
And she started going with the tide before I was in the boat.
And I'm making it worse by talking over.
With my full wetsuit on the side as the tide was going in with the net going on the side. So we rode it all the way into our second net side, where the it was much more shallower and we were able to get in.
Chad, do you have any questions you want me to ask these people?
Away from the
These
and it was just
these
terrifying
lovebirds.
experience, thinking, oh, this is my first tide on the job, and am I going to lose my feet?
Oh my god, it's fucked. Yeah, wow.
I noticed you also have some luggage in your background. So in your Thailand story, do you travel quite a bit?
Okay.
Yes,
I like
pre-COVID.
No, not through COVID. Yeah, I'm just.
That was a very perspective.
I think I'm just always ready to leave,
he sought
kind
out.
of like.
I mean, that's pretty tiny
I
in the
don't know.
corner.
It's
that
a weird
luggage
thing.
case.
Like I don't
That was a
ever
good
feel
spot.
settled anywhere. I kind of like to move around a bit, and even if I stay somewhere for like a while, like I've been here now for a year, but I've never felt at home to the point where I'm like unpacking and like making myself at home anywhere. Because I have traveled a little bit, like I lived in the UK for a bit, and even there I was like traveling within that heat. So yeah, I've never felt like settled. I don't know whether that's like psychologically messed up or whatever, but I don't know. I like to just be able to get up and leave whenever I can.
Hey guys,
probably not the most,
could you each give each other a compliment that is not based on physical appearance? I like that question a lot. I know I've used that question before.
There's something about you
but it's
that's
a good
quite...
question.
Oh, sorry. I just went right for it. I don't know. It's your demeanor. I think you just have a very calming presence and, very, like, I know he said not about aesthetics, but, like, your eyes are very, like, there's something very soothing about them. The gaze.
Amutha!
I don't know. That's, yeah.
Breaking
it's
the
a vibe.
rules.
I was really appreciating what you were kind of saying about being a little bit restless or not being at home. I actually think that's a really good feeling. And I imagine this last year was hard for them to be able to couldn't really get out and go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice as well to be able to because I do have things to do usually when life is happening, like places to be and stuff. So it was nice to just be like, I cannot fuck around. Like I need to sit down and actually do work. So like I ended up like making an entire album in that time, and I wouldn't have been able to smash it out so quickly if I was like out and doing this, that, the other. So there was a good side to it, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for that lovely compliment.
You create in a whole lot of different mediums.
Right?
You create in a whole bunch of different mediums, and it sounds like you paint or draw and you record music.
Yeah. Just anything that I can be creative in. I just enjoy expressing myself, I guess. Yeah. I'm a very expressive person, as you can tell. Yeah.
What's your greatest weakness?
Weakness. I have a song that I actually wrote called Weakness very recently.
Oh.
So I might as well just like sing that out to you.
Play the song.
And this is not related to anyone in particular.
Play the song. Flip your camera around. We'll get the DMCA'd and banned for nudity at the same time.
Is giving into you. Then my philosophy until I have no clue. That is my weakness. There's someone I'm crushing on. I feel like maybe I'm not so much like that now, but previously when I was crushing on someone, I'd kind of just like accommodate for them, which I don't do now, I feel. But
I
yeah,
like that.
maybe in subtle ways, I don't know. It really does.
That was a much deeper answer than I was going to give. So appreciate you throwing that out there. I was just going to say organization. So I don't feel like I'm a very organized person.
That's an important one.
Do you have any songs about how disorganized you are?
Would freak out. sometimes, you just save things. You're like, let's just put it here and here, and then you've got like 20
That'd be sick
memes
if you
on your
did.
desktop. Like, why? I'm never gonna ever look at these again. Yeah. But like, you say you're
Chat, let me get some
disorganized, but in what
questions.
regard? Because I'm looking behind you. That shelf
Actually,
looks
fuck
pretty
it.
damn organized.
Oh, that was all just before the
Hey, guys.
Geck.
Do you have any sexual fetishes?
That's
yeah, you go first.
You
Min
go
and
first.
Gecko. It's a really strange turn on.
That's a common one, I feel, because I kind of have that too, actually.
Fuck, what did he say?
I don't know. I'm pretty vanilla, I feel. I don't know. I've been told that I'm freaky, but I don't perceive myself as that, so I don't know. I don't think I have any fetishes. If I'm being completely honest, I really can't. Like, I would tell you if I genuinely felt like I had any, but I feel like I'm only just starting to explore sex, like, recently as well, so I'm kind of new to the game.
I don't know if I've got any either. So maybe there's some out there that I'm waiting to discover.
When someone says they don't have, when someone says they don't have any fetishes, what they really mean is, no, I don't have any fetishes that I'm willing to talk about in front of 700 people.
I do sexual violence prevention,
which is respectable.
So
Oh, wow.
I feel like I'm pretty vanilla for.
Does anyone have any other questions?
Yeah. Do you reckon your work actually influences your perception of sex and like how you conduct yourself in that regard?
Oh wait, I like that question. Hold on.
I feel like I'm more comfortable talking. So, because I've had to have conversations with hundreds of teenagers, so that makes you feel very comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. Yeah. So like, yeah, because I guess like, I'm just making up a story right now just to like ask if it's relatable. But do you feel like because
what do you say about
you've encountered all of these potentially bad scenarios to do with sex, it has shaped how you approach sex yourself?
So yeah, being extra mindful when it comes to consensual conversations, that sort of thing. So having that background, I think, puts that.
Yeah, so important. My gosh.
I do wonder what.
I gotta ask, what is your
beekeeping
camera
has to do
attached
with
onto?
sex.
I'm seeing some mad vibration happening.
Sorry, my desk is a
Hold
little
on,
wobbly.
let me look through this chat real quick.
We'll try not to lean on it.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're totally fine. It's throwing me off the tiniest bit, but not enough to distract me from. Well, clearly it's distracting me from the conversation if I brought it up, actually.
Biggest.
But no, it was just moving around, so I was
fear.
just curious. Because I've got this. I hope it's mounted on here. Yeah. I'm just curious.
Hey guys,
because
what's your relationship with your mother like? Also a question we've done before. Also,
sure, yeah.
A good question.
So I'll try not to go too deep into it, but my father passed away when I was really young, so my mom basically raised me, and so I think that makes it a pretty close relationship. So, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's being very vulnerable.
Yeah, I think mother and daughter relationships are always a little difficult. Growing up, I was really close with her, and then during my teenage years, not so much. Just rebelled a lot because just being brown, in that context, like girls aren't really supposed to go out and do things, and I'm like the opposite of that. So I was pushing all the boundaries, and we kind of broke away for a bit. And now recently, kind of rekindling the relationship. So we're a lot cooler now. We're a lot more connected. We're both strangely spiritual in the same kind of way.
Look, they're not competitive.
Paths, we've kind of come to this mutual understanding of spirituality, which has helped with our connection.
There's no objective measure of score.
So detailed. But yeah, I recently did something that lost her trust, which I'm so open to talking about. I'm not really, I don't really shy away too much about things that have happened in my life. But yeah, broke her trust, and now we're rebuilding. So I think we're going to be stronger than ever. Is my response.
Interesting. Is he going to ask about it? No, he respects her privacy too much.
I think he's going to jump in with another question for sure after that.
No, I'm not. I want to see what you do.
So You had asked me earlier what I did. Outside of your creating, what do you do?
That's all I do. I
Good.
just like. So
Ask if they own
I'm
leather. Is that something? Can you learn
I'm
a
like
lot about someone from
a
that?
director for like a music collective, and I kind of just organize gigs, and I do gigs myself, and yeah, kind of nonstop with that. I went to a gig last night, going to one tonight, doing a whole day, like 10 hours on Sunday. So it's
Damn, that's
pretty
cool,
full
actually.
on. And I'm not getting paid. I'm getting paid like enough to pay for my groceries. But we've only just started up, so I reckon we're gonna do big things out in the Melbourne scene. And I don't know if you knew this, but I am from Melbourne, Australia. So
Oh, I like this. I like
there's a
this
bit of a
question
distance
from
between
Nona
us,
Mona.
a
Hold
whole
up.
pond.
What time is it?
Hey guys,
It's
have you ever
11:30.
stolen something?
Oh yeah. I mean, actually, I shouldn't have answered that so casually. Well, like, there's a whole thing behind this. I've, you go to the supermarket. There's like self checkouts.
Yeah,
You
yeah, I
kind of
get
sneak
you.
yourself maybe an avocado when you're feeling a bit gourmet.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But like I did that for a bit. But then my moral compass kind of shifted when I realized that, because the way I like
Mods, can we run a
justified it was,
poll
and I
on
think
how
that's
we think
the
this
way
date
most
is
people
going so
justify it. And
far?
I'm not judging other people for feeling this way. Totally cool if you want to feel this way. I just personally have changed my mind about it. But I would take and be like, yeah, fuck this. They're a corporation, blah blah blah, whatever. And then what I came to realize through actually like observing a mate stealing a steak knife from a restaurant, I had this whole shift in my perception. And I was like, it's not who you're stealing from, it's just the act of stealing within yourself. You are taking something that doesn't belong to you, and there's like some kind of uneven exchange on physical and like a metaphysical level. So like after realizing that dynamic of how those like vibes kind of work, I was like, if I'm taking something that is not owed to me, then I prefer not to do that, because it's going to come and bite me in the ass at some point. Everything
Very
has
metaphysical.
an exchange. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I have stole like avocados. It's the most expensive item. I did steal like $6 brownies, plant-based brownies, because they were that was What about you?
So
He stole
I'm
all his
graduating as a
bees.
college, and I think this is maybe a common thing for college students, but
Just
stealing condiments
grabbing them by the
from,
handfuls out
from
of
late night
hives.
diners. I think that's still
Oh
a
my God.
catch up thing, and yeah,
That's
so
the cutest thing to steal. What?
they're important, and you don't want to go buy them here.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but well. So
Hey guys,
cool.
we're about out of time, but how do you think this date went?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, good. I had a lot of fun.
At the end of your question, you're not here anymore. You disappeared.
Oh.
God knows.
Any further analysis?
I actually don't know what's happening. I wasn't watching the stream before this. I was just sitting here
It's
staring
fun.
into the abyss.
Sometimes I'm like,
I
do
wonder
I
when
leave
we're going to be
them
pulled into
with
this
too little
experience.
information,
I have no idea.
or does
And I
that
was like super
allow them
nervous,
to
and then
work
as soon as
together
I
to
saw you,
figure
I
out
was
for
like,
themselves
oh,
what
this is fine.
happened?
It's like over Zoom, and it just feels like there's three of us chatting, and I'm ignoring the fact that there are other people watching now.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
But
I didn't
still
even
don't
try that.
Yeah. The moment that thought creeps into your mind, you just like lose focus of everything. Again, the heart palpitations, like, oh, am I dying? Yeah. No, it's fine. It's all good.
See, you
There's, like,
leave them,
literally
they'll start
just three
talking more
boxes
about
in front of me, and that's my entire world right now. Like, not focusing on anything outside of this.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
What
thank
about
you guys so
you?
much for coming on Gek Date. It was a pleasure having you. Sorry for interrupting you. This was good time.
No worries. Yeah. Thank you for having me on, and having Patrick on. I thanked you on
course.
his behalf. Is that rude? That's a bit weird.
Have a good night, guys.
It's okay.
Night.
Thank you.
Woo! All right. We did date number 1. How did the poll go? I wasn't looking. Well, look, I don't need a poll. Do you know why? Because you can call in and tell me yourself. How do you think this day went? 401-472 Geck. You know, personally, I thought, there are dates where you can tell. There are dates where it's a bad date because one person is like, or maybe both of them are like not good at dating, and then there are dates that aren't as good because they're just not. They're both like good at like, you know, dating, like expressing themselves, like asking about the other person, you know, interacting, but they're just not compatible personalities.
Call from?
Hey, Ron.
Okay. I've sent the caller to voicemail. Goodbye.
No, Aaron, I didn't mean to do that. Ah. All right, we'll get someone else. Sorry, Aaron. You gotta stay on the line, Aaron. You gotta stay on the line.
Call from?
Trevor Corey Jacobson.
Trevor Corey Jacobson?
Hi there.
How are you, Trevor Corey Jacobson?
I'm doing pretty good, Gecko. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How'd you think that date went?
You know, I think it went pretty average. Like you said, some people are just compatible, some people aren't. I think they were probably going to be better off probably just like staying friends or neutrals, if you would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely did seem like they would make good friends.
Yeah, I got strong friend zone and friend vibes from both of them.
Was there any sort of part of the date that, you know, at what point, like how long into it did you make that judgment that they should just be friends? Did anything in particular make you think that?
Almost instantly, just her energy. She is just a very outspoken person. She's out there, man, doing things. He was very calm, collective. He kind of had an idea of who he is and what he wanted to do in life. Mm-hmm. And she's still kind of figuring that out. You could just tell.
More of maybe like, you know, if you had to put a label on it, a free spirit vibe versus,
oh, yeah.
I don't know, maybe a little bit more settled with his bees.
Yeah, he was very input. In his 30s, it seemed like he was kind of ready for somebody and just stay in one place for the rest of his life.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your input, Travis. You have a good night.
Yep, thank you. Bye.
All right, folks. Gek Date number 1 in the can. I thought that was nice. Making friendships. Look. If not a loving relationship, perhaps a loving friendship. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with platonic love, people. I have for us this evening another shot at love, for which I'm very excited. And without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Chloe and Donnie.
Hi, my name's Chloe. I'm 23 years old, and I'm single. Gek, I would be forever grateful to you if you could provide me with your matchmaking services. I trust you completely, and I know that no matter who you match me with, they're going to be from Gek Nation, so they're cool, and we're going to have a great experience. A little bit about me is that I am a pretty right-brained person. I like drawing. I've been teaching myself how to fold origami during quarantine, and that's been super, super relaxing. I like sketching, portraits. If we date, I will draw your portrait, whether you want me to or not. Actually, if you don't want me to, then, you know, consent's important, but I'll draw your portrait. I can't promise it will be good, though. I'm looking for someone who is just easygoing, likes to shoot the shit, someone I can just talk with easily and makes me laugh. I know it's pretty generic. That's kind of what everyone's looking for, but, you know, it's hard to tell until you meet someone. So, yeah, I think that's all. So yeah, I hope you have a great day, Geck. Everyone watching, hope you have a great day. Yeah, bye.
Hey, I'm Donnie Don. I'm a Twitch streamer, a musician, and a college student, and when I saw the applications go up for the Gek Dating show, I was so excited because, I've been on the lookout. I've been single for a little bit. I've been looking around, so it really, really works out nicely. I would say if I had a type, it would mainly be someone with a lot of emotional depth, someone I can really connect with beyond the surface. That's kind of a core quality I look for in the type of people I look for. So, yeah, I thought this opportunity worked out really nicely. And as a huge fan of the Gek Nation and Gek Dating show itself, I thought this would be a nice opportunity. So, yeah, I just thought I'd apply. Much love. Thank you for listening, and have a good night.
Donnie, Chloe, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Thank you guys so much for being on Geckdate.
Sure, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Listen, I thought you two might be a good match, and I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself and let you guys get to know each other.
All right, sounds great. Sounds great. So Chloe,
first impressions, chat.
Like, what do you do? What do you do for fun? All that good stuff. What's up?
Yeah, so I graduated. I got my undergrad in CS in the fall.
Nice.
I don't know. They stood
then
out to
I
me.
started doing part-time
They have
tutoring
energetic
and stuff.
presences.
Just sending
And I
out
believe that
applications and interviewing later.
Two magnetic people
But yeah.
ultimately
for
gravitate
fun,
toward each other.
I'm learning how to skateboard right now.
That's sick. That's sick, dude.
It's
that's cool.
It's
I
rough.
expected that from
I'm not
Donnie.
very good. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's how it is, learning anything. How about you?
Yeah, skateboarding's hard. My friend bought me a skateboard recently for my birthday. So
Oh.
actually, I've been trying to skateboard too, and I'm probably way worse at it. I'm terrible at it.
I can tell they're both very nervous.
What about me? Yeah, I'm in college too.
Goddamn,
I'm a
part of
counseling
life. It's
psychology
being nervous,
major
but
with a music
you power
minor.
through it
I'm
anyway.
Undergrad right now.
Respect.
My second year. And yeah, mostly just going through that. And then for fun, I write and perform music and things like that. I Twitch stream, a lot of things like that, So CS, what got you into CS? I was actually initially a CS major.
Ooh,
Wait, so you were initially CS and then you moved to psychology? Is that what you said?
Yeah, kind of a huge jump. Well, not CS. Informatics, which is basically dumb, coding for dumb people. I'm real. I mean, I'm So yeah, I started with that,
so
and then I
goddamn
over
adorable.
time kind of gradually shifted into counseling psychology because it's what I really enjoy.
Someone asked, do I
love
intentionally
talking and
match
getting
low
to know
energy
people
and high
like
energy
that.
people? I do, actually.
So I was I could do
but then-
something that I don't like and it pays more, or I could do
here's
something
the
that
thing.
I do like and it probably
Sometimes
pays less. You know,
at
It's
first
like
glance,
a
someone is
kind
low
of
energy / high
prioritizing
energy, and then they get in there and
Yeah.
surprise you.
That's good that you found your niche. Niche?
Yeah, I mean, either way, niche, nosh, niche, posh, it's all kind of the same thing, I reckon. But yeah, so that's what you do for fun. That's sick. That's sick. Do you code have you coded any big projects? What's the biggest project you've had recently, or the biggest event?
Okay, I
Right
will
after
tell you
this,
this
I'm gonna
one
swoop
thing,
in.
but then can we promise not to talk about coding anymore because I've been in interviewing hell for the past week.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just riffing off the one thing I heard. I
it's fine.
got so I'm going. But
Yeah, I've been so I do web development stuff.
Ask
I've
them
done
to throw us
data
on IF
visualizations.
loops.
I think it's really
What the hell is an IF loop?
I said in my video that I like creative stuff, so maybe it's odd that I like coding, but I think it's really neat how the way that people interact with computers is just very interesting to me. And so that's where I get into web design and data visualization, I guess. Yeah.
Right. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. You talked about what interests me. You talked about creative endeavors. What I'm a creative person, so I'm interested in that. What kind of creative stuff do you do?
I really like sketching.
Okay,
I've been drawing for,
Donnie's
a long
employing a
time.
strategy. He's searching for things that they have in common,
I like drawing portraits,
identifying
people.
them out
I'm
loud.
not good, but it's for fun.
And,
I'm sure you're amazing. Come on,
being
don't
like,
be
hey, we have this in common. We should talk about
one
this.
of those classic artists that are just
He's going in with a
I'm
plan.
so bad, and then they're just insanely good.
Hey guys,
You know?
what age would you like to live until?
Okay. You want to go first?
I had to know.
It's really hard to put a number. I guess it has to do more with
25. Yeah, 25, 26.
Yes. I've heard people say that their 20s are like the least favorite time of their life, though.
No way.
Really?
I think the 20s are the most fun, right? Maybe I'm crazy though.
No, I mean they are fun. It's just like when you're older, a lot of people say that like I don't know, having a close family and like being kind of more set and like emotionally mature makes them happier. Even though like in your 20s, you know, you're young and you're healthy and you're having fun.
Yeah, kind of like the beauty of like growing up and having like a stronger emotional intelligence, because like you're more mature emotionally, so you can actually like process the world around you in like a different way. I get what you mean by that. I get you. Yeah, so maybe like I feel like 20s and the 20s to 30s are like, well, 20s are just for like, you know, mindless party kind of fun, and then like later in life is that kind of emotional fulfillment, like, you know, like watching your kids grow up and all that stuff. Yeah,
so
I get that.
I don't know if I could put an age, but like I would say I'd be ready to die when I feel like I've done what I came here to do. Like I've done something good.
Dude. That was an amazing question.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I'm actually that same way. My kind of I live by the philosophy of like I don't ever want to be on my deathbed being like why didn't I try that or why didn't I do that? So once I've done like everything I want to do and everything that makes me happy, I mean, why not? Who cares at that point? So I'm probably I don't know. I feel like I could die by like I don't know 70, 80. I'd be chilling. If I was happy, I'd be chilling. Yeah.
You think you're gonna be able to do all of that by 70?
I think there's no point in believing I can't. You know, you gotta live out everything. You gotta try everything. You know, nice. I'm also stupid though. I don't know.
You keep saying that. No, you're not stupid.
I mean, I know I'm not stupid. It's just a hyperbole.
What is it that you want to do?
I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously, like the dream is to be like an entertainer or something like that. But like within a more like realistic kind of mindset, probably like therapy, and then like go home and make music on the side.
He wants to be a therapist.
You know, I want to be able to talk to people and help people and like connect with people. It's something I'm really passionate about. But what about you? What's your like dream job? You know?
I'm like figuring it out right now. I mean, I like coding, but I feel the same way where like I do really enjoy talking to people and getting to know people. Sure. I'm getting really into UX lately. I've been like reading I've just been reading about user experience. I think it's very fascinating. Like I mentioned, I think human-computer interaction is super interesting.
I like that. I do.
And it's like totally going to influence the way that we live our lives.
He can
like,
code the Gek video game,
future, right? As we like have more technology. So I don't know, any job where I can like get to know people or like meet people.
Yeah. I could see that. I could see that. That sounds fun for me. Like, I'm a huge people person, so like I entirely relate to that. It's really fun. Maybe there's like some kind of artsy kind of like know people job, like something that would work with you, where you could like do art stuff and you can get to know people, or maybe you could do something in coding and get to know people. I don't know.
I'll see where people usually like. You never really know what's gonna happen like 20 years from now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Okay.
In what kinds of situations would you say you feel the most out of place?
That's such a good question. I love that question. Wow.
Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate that. But you're on a Gek date with Chloe, not me.
I don't know. I rarely feel. I don't know. The only time I ever feel out of place is when there's a lot of like, smart people like STEM people, but when people that are like they're talking about like mathematics or something like that, and I'm like, I don't know what we're talking about. I just feel like I'm like brain dead right now. Like what is going on? So I guess like any situation that requires like academic intelligence, I'm like, I feel so out of place right now. But yeah, what about you, Chloe?
I really don't like being like a performer, I guess. Yeah. Like, so I feel like really out of place like if I'm on a stage. I used to play violin. I like studied for a long time. And it's really fun. I like playing violin, but like performing and being on stage in front of people stresses me out so much. Like I will never do it again.
That kind of thing can be super duper stressful. I'm personally, I'm kind of the inverse. Like I kind of love that, but it's totally not for everybody because it's like it's scary being up in front of so many people.
Yeah.
Like having to perform like that, it's terrifying. So I understand that. I get that 100%. So that
what kind
makes
of
sense.
music do you make?
Good question. I make really anything. I like making like kind of like poppy alternative.
I will fix the Discord
stuff.
alerts next day.
So like a lot of things that are just
I will fix
soft,
it next
kind of
day.
sad music, honestly.
Yeah. Sad boy stuff.
sad boy stuff. Yeah, but like pop sad boy stuff. I don't know. Not really. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, who's a musical inspiration you have?
Okay. I really like John Mayer.
I like this. I do. I feel like both of them.
Eden, Louis Capaldi.
My personal interpretation of this right now is that
really
both of them,
and
they're definitely
artists like those. What
pretty
music are you into?
It really depends on my
pretty
mood.
opposite personalities, but they're both making very good efforts to try to get to know each other.
Frank Ocean's great. Yeah.
Despite how nervous
Like,
they
I
seem.
listen to Blonde
I'm
all the
impressed by
time,
that.
and it will make me cry. But it's like,
yeah.
I don't care. It's
Chad, do you have any
so good.
questions?
It's great.
Do you have
I
any
love
questions
music
you want me
that
to
makes
ask
me
them?
cry. Like it's just like a very cathartic feeling. It feels so good. Like it's great.
Hey guys,
just like that. What's up?
what do you think is the worst thing about you?
I like that. I like that one. You want to go first, Chloe?
Well, Donnie's been ragging on
I went
himself
first.
all
Wait,
night.
did I go first last time?
Did you go first?
So Chloe's got
Okay,
to
well,
do
if you went first,
something
then I'll go
to,
first.
to get them on the same
Probably
level.
My, maybe my indecisiveness. I feel like I'm very indecisive and very like it's like, oh, where do I want to go to eat? Like I literally have, sometimes I text my friends and go, can you, what should I get from this place? They go, I don't know, get this. Okay. Like I'm very indecisive and I'm very, I would say I'm like emotional. Like I mean, I cry a lot. I would say I'm sensitive. That's probably a good one. So yeah.
All right. You kind of stole my answer. I'm like the same way.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I like.
I'm really sensitive.
I like that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We can both be sensitive. It's okay.
Mhm.
It works out.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
greatest childhood memory?
Greatest, like the best one. Ooh, let me think.
Maybe I should have said worse.
Okay, so you went first last time. I'll go first this time.
Yeah.
I would have brought them close together. You know,
Oh my
sharing
gosh, I
something
can't
like
think
that.
of anything. Is this sad?
What's the greatest childhood memory? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think something. Oh, you know what? I've got one. Me and my grandfather, me and him used to sit down and watch like movies together, and he would always make me like a thing of French fries and like a fryer, and he'd just put them in a bowl. And we'd always just watch random old movies together, and that was like something that was like really.
Actually, sounds very nice.
I don't know. It was like a nice memory of mine that I always go back to.
Yeah.
It's just
That's really
parties.
nice.
Yeah, like little things like that. Yeah.
I would say, let's see, a really good childhood memory. When I was a kid, my grandmother, she would keep chickens, and I would find the eggs for her because, like, you know, she doesn't want to bend down and like go searching for them all over the yard. And I remember, like, I would just have the best time finding the eggs. I would find them. I was good.
You're a beast. You're a monster at finding eggs. That's impressive.
All right, this is we
I
got a
don't think
little
I
moment
could do
here.
that, even at my own age right now. That's impressive. That's a really wholesome memory. I like that. It's cute.
Mhm.
But, yeah, it's interesting. I just feel like there's so many memories. Like I just forget so much. You ever just think you're like, I just forget everything? Like I don't know. How's your memory? I don't know. That's probably such a lame question.
No, it's not lame.
No,
No, like
yes.
I told you I
We'll
couldn't
let
think of
Donnie take it.
anything.
I mean, yeah, I
Tell
guess.
you.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess I see.
Do you guys have any
Yeah.
phobias? I forget who in the chat asked me that, but that's a good one.
I do. I'm afraid of eating bugs. So when I was a kid, I don't even remember the name of the movie. I saw a movie
I've eaten bugs,
where
and
there
it's
was
not
like a
that bad.
cockroach in someone's food. At the time, I was eating tamales.
Okay.
I must have been like maybe 7 at the time. It took me like maybe another 12 years before I could
I
eat
am a Gecko,
tamales
this is
again.
true.
Like it took me a long time.
That really hit hard then. Yeah, I could see that. That's an interesting one. Funny thing, my grandpa used to just pick up ants off the ground and just eat them. And, like, when I was like 7, he used to go pick up an ant and go,
Dude, your
watch
grandpa's a
this. And me and my
beast.
family were like, don't do it again. Don't, please stop. And he just go and put an ant in his mouth and just eat it. And I was like, what? Like, and it wasn't even like, he wasn't even tricking. Like, he wasn't even
that's
tricking me
pog.
since I was a kid. Like, he'd show it moving on his tongue and then just eat it. Like, dude was weird. Great guy, weird guy, funny guy.
Okay, this is very
Might be
funny
based.
because my grandpa also would do this when he was a kid. He also
Yo, are we the same person? I think we're the same
Yeah.
person. That's probably what
should
this
we be
is.
on a date if we have the same grandparents?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. Are we in Alabama? I don't know. Anyways.
What a wonderful
Um,
connection.
But yeah, my biggest phobia, probably, I hate I don't like the
I was
ocean.
not
The ocean makes
expecting
me really
both of our
uncomfortable. 'Cause,
grandfathers
like,
ate
you
ants.
don't know what the fuck going on there. I don't like that.
To be a point of
The ocean's like so
connectivity
much,
between
and
these
it's like,
two, but
ew.
this is
And
what happens
I don't like heights. I hate
when
heights.
you have no expectations.
They weird me out. Just it's not even the fear of like heights; it's the fear of slamming the ground really hard. That's the fear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you been up someplace really high? Like, do you go on roller coasters? Have you ever tried like immersion? What's it called?
Immersion therapy?
Yes.
Or that kind of thing? Yeah. I don't know. I've never been on a roller coaster, and you can call me a wimp. I've never been on one. I'd like to try one at some point just to like feel something. But like, I don't. Just anything. I just want to feel anything, please. But yeah.
Hey guys, we're almost out of time. But how do you think this date went?
It was really fun.
I just realized I was fucking laughing, and I was unmuted on their call.
It went by fast.
Yeah, it went by. I didn't even notice the time. I was like, oh, like I expected there to be like some weird, just outlandish questions at the end, but no, it's very just nice, wholesome time. I really enjoyed it. I had fun.
I feel like he softballed us with the question.
Yeah. Hey, give me something outlandish.
What do you mean I softballed
crazy?
you?
No, but yeah, it was a really fun time. I really enjoyed that.
What's the hardest drug you've done?
There we go. Yeah, I saw it.
Wait, can I say that with
away with that,
COS?
dude.
I mean, you asked the question. Yeah, mushrooms. That's the hardest thing I've done. Can I say that? I don't know.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know what's harder, like acid or mushrooms.
I'd say acid.
Okay.
But yeah, acid's fun. Well, I'm not going to endorse that. It's interesting. But yeah, I would say
Hey,
that's
thank you both for being on Gek Date.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And us. Thank you for having us.
You guys have a wonderful evening.
You have a better one. Thank you, my friend.
Chat, how do we think that date went? I'm trying to think. You know, they both did a very good job, I think, of connecting with one another. Yeah, let me look at this poll. Let me track this poll. Oh, they're still they hung by the way they hung out in the Discord, in that Discord call for like a little bit. Like not a whole, they're not still in there, but they were in there until just now. Okay, 72% think it's good. Well, here, call in. How do you think this date went? 401-472 Gek.
Call from Haley.
Haley, is that you?
Yes, it is. Hello. Hi, Gek.
How are you, Haley?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Haley, how do you think that date went?
Honestly, I think it was really awful.
You think it was awful?
Yeah, well, they did not vibe together very well. Like, I don't know. What was his name? Donnie? He was so, like, big YouTuber energy, so young. And then, Chloe was like a 35-year-old woman. She looked like she was kind of done with life at points.
You thought that they contrasted. You know, I could see where you were coming from for sure.
Yeah.
On that, I could see where you were coming from. They definitely had, you know, I mean, they were talking about.
They were not good together. I just think, I don't know. They were just so different vibes, so opposite. And like when they were talking about, he was like, "Yeah, I am a performer," and she's like, "I'm not a performer," and it was like we called that right away.
Right.
We were on that, me and my friend. We were like, we knew it. But yeah, it was weird.
Oh, okay. So you and your friend made predictions beforehand. What kinds of predictions did you make? What was your first impression of the match?
Oh, our first impression, we thought they were going to be good because they were both like young, a little quirky and young and a little awkward. And I thought it was going to work, but then it just didn't. They were just like opposite more so. Yeah.
What does your friend think? Does your friend think anything differently, or did you guys
agree on
this?
You want to talk to her?
Sure.
Would you like to talk to her? Yeah, okay, here you go. Hello.
So, what's your name?
Margaret.
Margaret, did you agree with Haley on how this date went?
Yes, yeah, we're on the same page most of the time. We're pretty on par, yeah.
Did you have any sort of observations about their chemistry that you wanted to share?
Honestly, like Haley seems out pretty good. She's got the words, she's got the knowledge.
Awesome.
I think so. Nothing else really comes to mind.
Well, Haley and Margaret, it was a pleasure speaking with you guys. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, I just want to say, shout out to Haley. Haley, perfect Gek Date caller, came in knowing exactly what she wanted to say. Very opinionated. Very opinionated. And I like that, though. I mean, tonight I feel like it's just an evening for strong vibes. But I don't think they were mean. I don't think they were nasty. I don't think they were mean. I think that my personal interpretation is that, again, very similar to the first date, Chloe and Donnie made very respectable and concentrated efforts to get to know each other, to find things in common, and they both have great aspects to their personality. And again, maybe sort of similar to the first date, did a good job trying to get to know each other, but at the end, once they got all the information they felt like they needed, they went, maybe we just be friends. Anyway, enough of me. I am here to introduce to you your next two Gek daters, Katie and Maddie.
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm 25 years old. I'm an art student and a Sagittarius. I joined Geckdate because my friend recommended it, and I really enjoyed Therapy Gecko's work. I'm looking for someone who thinks I'm funny and can make me laugh, who doesn't take themselves too seriously and actually enjoys things and has genuine passions, but can also talk about other things. I'm hoping I can at least meet someone interesting through Geckdate and maybe make a connection for life.
Hello, my name is Maddie. I am 23 years old. I'm currently still a student getting my degree in creative technology and design. I live in Colorado. I moved here from Missouri. I really love plants and music and film photography. I think that I want to be on Geckdate because I previously tried to find a date on the internet via a podcast dating show, and I had no luck with that, so I figured I would give myself another good internet try. I'm just looking for someone who has similar interests as me, maybe listens to the same kind of music. Being artistic in some way would be really cool. But yeah, that's me.
Maddie, Katie! How's it going?
Hello. Good.
Thank you guys for being on Gek Date. I definitely,
Thank you.
Definitely got some artsy vibes from both you guys. I thought it would be a good match, and look, I'm gonna shut the Gek up and let you guys get to know each other.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Would you like to go first?
First of all, incredible.
Oh,
room.
sure. I'll give a little spiel.
I don't know how she did that.
I am Maddie. I'm 23. I'm still finishing up my undergrad in creative technology and design.
Just came up with that.
And,
that was
I live in Colorado. I like plants.
And I was like, that's
the
I'm
basics.
say that all the time from now on.
I love that.
Yourself.
I love that.
Shut the Gek up.
My name is Katie. I'm 25. I'm still an undergrad as well for experimental animation. So we're there. I live in Florida, but I used to live in Colorado, so that's really fun.
Oh, really?
Wait, you can't hear me at all?
I used to live in Denver.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What makes the animation experimental? Is it just like not traditional, like Disney Pixar type thing?
Kinda. It's kind of it's a major where they give you the freedom to kind of make whatever project you want. So like my final thesis will be, I prefer
yes, I know
2D
my lips
animation,
are cracked.
for example.
I'm going to a
Another student
dermatologist.
might do 3D animation. They might do live action, mixed media, things like that.
If anyone knows a
I'm going
medicated
for
lip
like
balm
that
suggestion,
hand-drawn
hit me up.
2D animation vibe.
Awesome. That's sick. I always like, I don't know, I've done, an animation here or there, but nothing like crazy. But in the fall, I'm taking a 3D animation class that I'm really excited about. So that's sick.
Yes, I'm excited for you. I took 3D animation last semester, and it's like super intense but really rewarding. So I'm happy for you. I'm so excited. So you said technical art. What are you studying again?
Yeah, it's called Creative Technology and Design. It's an engineering major, or it's in our engineering school, but it kind of focuses on.
Can you guys hear? How is
like
the audio?
creative technologies
Which of
rather
them
than
is
just,
because
like,
I can turn these guys down.
I don't know, your standard like electrical, engineering, civil stuff like that. So a lot of
I'm
people
super
do like a
loud.
range of things, but in
Whatever, dude.
general, I'm finding myself
powering
really
through this.
interested in like 3D modeling and augmented reality, like sort of combining those things.
That's awesome.
Kind of where I'm looking to be.
I love that. What's
I'm gonna
like
let
your
them vibe
big
for a little bit before I
artistic
cut in.
inspiration that makes you drives you towards?
It's a good question.
That's a good question. I honestly, I don't really know. I just, I think that, well, when I went into college, I was actually in chemical and biological engineering.
That's really funny. I was a biomedical science major. I wanted to be an anesthesiologist, and I didn't do good in that biology class.
Yeah, as soon as I was taking like more difficult chemistry classes, I was like, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. And also, I think I just felt really stifled. Like, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed being creative until I literally didn't have like the time or space to do that. So, yeah, I think, I don't know.
No, for sure. I relate to that a lot. I would stay up all night drawing because all day I would be doing my science courses. Chemistry was really hard for me as well. And some of my best art came out of that time, but at the same time, it was not sustainable. And then I'm like, do I want to live my life doing a career that I hate?
Right.
And I know, like, I'm sure you feel similarly, like, rolling that dice to do something in the arts, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. We're here.
Yes, ditto.
That's really interesting. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, no. I don't know what I was about to say, honestly.
Okay, so what are like your hobbies?
Hey guys, how different is your life now than it was a year ago?
Well, would you like to go, or would you like me to go first?
Let me think.
Obvious, we don't need to say the bad thing, but the bad thing obviously changed my life. I live alone now, and I used to live with a roommate, and learning how to live by yourself has been really interesting. It's kind of fun. It has pros and cons, obviously. I think I've grown into myself as like what I'm comfortable doing, wearing, saying, and like discovering yourself as a person, because like, you know, we're in our mid-20s or whatever, so like I'm finding myself.
Thank you. I play for
very
kids.
Different.
That's an interesting username.
A lot more friends though. A lot more Among Us experience than I thought. What about you?
Yeah, that was a great answer, and I feel like I would maybe say something similar. Although I'm in kind of an opposite situation. I have always lived with like one other person, and right now
I live in a house of 5, and it's just sometimes it's chaotic energy, but I really enjoy it. And I think especially in the past year, like having so many other people consistently around me because we don't leave our house has like taught me a lot about myself, and also kind of opened me up to like learning about other people. And I don't know, I think I have kind of grown into myself a little bit and figured some shit out that I needed to figure out.
For sure. I learned, because I'm typically like an introvert, I can turn it on like when you're at a party or whatever, but then I have to come back to my cave to recover. But being in my cave all the time, like someone's got to clean out this enclosure because I've been in here too long. I need to go out and do things.
I feel that.
A fun thing my friends and I like to say to each other, it's I can't wait to get blitzed at Applebee's with you again. So and maybe someday we can Applebee's. Club Apple, as I call it.
There's only
Did she just
I
say
was
someday
actually
maybe
just
we can get
talking
blitzed at
about
Applebee's?
like pretty recently because
She wanted
there's
to go
so
in
many
confident
of
with
those,
that,
like,
but she
really
backed out at the last
kitschy,
moment.
like family restaurants that
Maybe
I
we'll
don't
come back
have
to it.
like near me. Like the closest Applebee's I think is like 20 minutes away. But I'm really trying to convince all of my roommates to go get drunk at an Applebee's with me.
My job is right next to like a habaneros, which, you know, it's what it sounds like. And we want to get margaritas and like, are you vaccinated? All right, let's go get a margarita.
Hey guys, when is the last time you cried?
Right now inside.
Yeah, mostly all the time. But actually probably, I don't know, yesterday, I'm a Pisces moon, so I'll blame it on that. I'm a very emotional person. I will cry at literally anything. I started
Could
like
someone tell me what a
note
Pisces moon is?
thing of all of the
Is that
random
bad?
things that have made me cry. So
I love that. I want to get into journaling. That's
Is it good?
I really respect that because I have a hard time crying, like to relieve stress. I'll probably be like, and then I choke it back down.
That's impressive.
I mean, it
You're
is
a nest, baby.
as a party trick, but as a long
Ross is
term,
in a
You
nest.
gotta let it out.
yeah. I did have a big cry probably in March was my last big cry. It's on the calendar.
big
It's an
cry.
eventful day.
Fair enough. Yeah. I guess I don't remember my last, actually, that's also untrue. I definitely had a big cry. Last week I had this whole, kind of meltdown about some internships, and I'm terrible at decisions, so bad. I had 2 decisions, and it was overwhelming. But
oh yeah,
it's figured out. I'm good now. I don't need to cry about it anymore.
No, I feel that sometimes you gotta cry, and then you know what you want to do. Usually I just go to sleep. Excuse me.
Listen, journaling does help. I do
Yeah.
journal. I'm a bitch for a journal.
Yes, I just started bullet journaling, which is because I have a lot of oh man, I gotta remember that, and I jot it down. I don't remember a question. It would be really helpful if the Gecko came in right now, but I'm trying to think about it. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you're
Every time someone says it would be helpful if the Gecko came in, it
so
makes me not want to come in.
This is a really general
Because I want to see what you do.
I really love music. I used to do concert photography when
Just in case if
concerts were
anyone
still a thing.
If anyone
But,
is hearing this,
so
that
just
will
in
be on the
general,
show in the future.
what's
That
your
is the
favorite
meta
type
of the
music
stream.
or favorite
If you
artist,
say, "Is the
if you
Gek gonna
have
come in and
them,
answer
just
some
a,
questions?" That means I
an
wait
overall
5 more minutes.
vibe.
Hell yeah. I love a lot of type of music, which is my favorite band, I think right now is Glass
Let me
Animals.
get some questions in the
which
chat.
Is, I think are you familiar
Oh,
with
I like
them?
this. Hold on.
Love them.
I love them. I was supposed
Hey,
to
guys.
go to a concert. Oh.
Do you have any strange beliefs? Shout out who asked me that? Who asked that in the question? The shout out hit marker.
strange?
Well,
Yes, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know if it's strange, but like I feel like this is a common thing, but I'm pretty set in my belief that everything like happens for some particular reason, whether it was like some chain effect or it was meant to happen or whatever. But I wouldn't say that's strange. I think it's a normal thing to think, but
For sure. I mean, I think it's very natural to find meaning in what seems like random stuff that just happens to you. I think how my brain works is I have a strange belief in luck, where I have to like balance my karma well in order to like output like a good outcome, like have good luck. I used to have wasps hanging above my door frame in my front door.
Wasps?
And I was reluctant to get rid of them for a while because I'm like, they're protecting my house. And they eat bugs and all that good stuff, and then eventually I did.
Oh, they're like wild. Okay, they're like wild wasps. I thought
but
she
I felt
like
they were protecting my house.
bought
Even though that's
wasps.
not very logical. It's just like
it's like a tchotchke.
I totally get that.
Yeah, like just weird. For sure, like to come back to connect with yours, like weird happenstances, but it's like you can feel the universe telling you something. Like you heard a song that says a specific phrase that you were thinking about the day before or something of that nature. So I totally get that for sure.
Yeah, like just little blips of
Hey guys.
like random coincidence. Yeah.
If you could commit a crime without getting caught, what would you commit?
We're going full purge right now. Okay.
Shout out to just a scrub lord.
That's a great question. Do you have an answer right away?
I feel like I want to say arson.
Really?
That's what comes to mind. I think that when I was a kid, I was always
mind.
like that weird kid that would be really vicious to bugs on the sidewalk, only for like a period of my life. I then like switched to being the kind of person that like picks up worms after a rain. But at one point in my life, I did really like the 4th of July, only for the fireworks, and I would just like catch bugs on fire. I don't know. I would like to.
Maddie
think
is
I'm
far more sinister than she lets on.
Good at building fires.
All right.
Yeah.
She knows how to build fire. That's great. So if we ever went camping, I can rely on you.
Arson
to, like,
on the
do that.
mind.
Listen, I might be.
I should have. You know who I should have set her
fire
up with this
starter in
fucking
my house.
Israel from the last one.
Not the grill though.
They would have
I
gotten
learned that
along
recently.
over blowing shit up.
Oh my god, that's a great one. Arson. I never even thought about trying to do that. What would my crime be? Probably something.
She
if I
said,
could just
that's a
sit
good
in
one,
public
arson. I never even thought about trying to
drugs,
do that.
maybe.
You know what? Good for you,
Or
Katie. I'm
rob a
glad.
bank.
A good answer.
I would rob a bank too. Full Ocean's 11.
Yeah, I think that you just kind of look like a badass when you're robbing a bank. Like, it's the least likely crime to be able to get away with.
Yeah.
But it still is pretty badass. So.
Yeah. Full, like, is it like 1920s, 1940s, where you could just dress up to go do a bank robbery? And then they didn't have blood analysis. They don't know it's you.
I think a second date idea is definitely in the
Full Wild
works.
West.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Crimes. I'm a good boy. I don't do crimes that much.
Yeah, I always get really nervous. I just I get really paranoid.
Nervous when what?
I don't know.
When you're committing a crime?
I'm just afraid of getting in trouble.
Sure.
It's
For
rational.
no
fear.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe it's how I was raised. I definitely feel that pressure from
I got
authority figures. So, like, in my
Hey, guys.
figure drawing. Yeah.
What is the most interesting object in your room right now? Let's get visual here.
That's a good question. I have a lot of like knickknacks. I don't know.
Same. Most interesting thing, I have this. Okay, this is probably a heartfelt thing. Do you mind if I go first, real quick?
Oh, go for it.
I have this scarf. I
Very
play
dominant.
an RPG game with some close friends of mine called the Knights of Doth that they made up. And their like badge or whatever, they wear scarves. And every time something significant happens in their life, you add to the scarf.
And I joined their game very late as a guest, and they accepted me as like the main part of their group. And for my birthday, they made me my own scarf, and it would be too much to get it down right now. But like each one is a different, like weird looking panel that they hand sewed and like connected
nice,
to
actually.
me, and it hangs above my desk. And that's probably like the most unique thing I have.
That's awesome. That's so wholesome. I love like wholesome friend things.
Yeah, they're definitely my. If you're watching, I love you. What about you? Any
This is very
cool
wholesome.
things, cool plans?
I feel like I can't think of something off the top of my head, but next to me, I have a lot of like random shapes of things to put plants in, and I recently purchased this little turtle. And
I don't know why, but I thought she was going to pull out a shrunken
I
head
used to have a pet turtle named Steve.
on fire.
So now I just have a ton
I'm
of
not
turtle
disappointed that
things,
she didn't, but I'm
and
a little disappointed that she didn't.
I love that. Oh my! Can you hold him up one more time?
Oh, of course. Look at him.
You're beautiful. It's so sweet. Oh my god, I love that.
There is
My
definitely
favorite thing is
something
when I have to go
cursed
to
in that
Michael's to
beautiful
get
room.
supplies or whatever, I'll see a unique shaped jar or some such. I'm like, oh, I want to put a plant in that.
That would be
Love
pretty
their
fucking
jars,
metal
like,
if she
all of
just
their,
ended
like,
this by
I
lighting
just
her
love
whole room on fire.
containers. Like, I will surely find something to put in it.
Exactly, like a weird box. I love a weird box. When you
Be a
go
waste
to,
of
like,
those very
Goodwill or
expensive
something.
lights.
Yeah. Oh yes. Steve is also a great name for a turtle, by the way.
Thank you. I for reference also, when I got Steve, I was in middle school, and I had no way of like telling whether Steve was a boy or a girl, because everything I found online was just like, oh, this thing is like different than this thing, and I was like, well, that doesn't really help me if I only have one turtle.
Right.
So like almost 7 years later, Steve was like this big, and I woke up and there was just things like floating in its tank. And then I realized that Steve laid eggs, because apparently they can do that even like unfertilized, just like
all right,
they just lay eggs if they feel like it. So I found out that
all right,
Steve.
That's how is
Steve
God
was
a turtle?
But
that's intriguing.
Is that how Jesus was born?
She'll always be Steve in my heart. So.
Hey guys, we're about out of time, but how do you think this date went?
I'm having a great time.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
think
sweet.
great.
Yes, I would love to get blitzed at Applebee's with you. Get some wonton tacos. I would do this again for sure.
They had that like zombie drink or whatever during Halloween, and Halloween is my favorite season. So I'll put that on my calendar for October.
Yes, I got the vampire drink last time.
Thank you guys so much for being on Gek Date.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Oh.
Wow. That was very special. We're 2 for 2 on same-sex dates. On them being compatible, in my opinion. Chat, what do we think? You know, I thought they definitely were vibing. Like, you know, no part. They were both nervous, but like a little bit less. I think they were like a little bit less visibly nervous, maybe, than some of the other daters. I don't know, because I think pretty quickly they, you know, got the hang of each other. So, oh, by the way, they're still in the Discord call. No, they just left. All right, but they were in there for a little bit afterwards, as well. If they don't like each other, if the Gek daters don't like each other, they leave the Discord call immediately. They were hanging out in there. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know if they were making logistical plans to go to Applebee's. I hope they were. 401-472 Gek. How do you think this date went? Shit, I have to pee, but alright, maybe I'll pee during the next thing. I gotta make it quick though. We got 94% so far saying it was a good date. Oh, we got someone saying to piss in bottles on stream and then sell them. That's an interesting idea. I will write that down.
Call from Maggie.
Maggie?
Hello.
Hey, Maggie, how are you? Maggie, would you mute your stream for me?
Yeah, you speak. You're listening. Yeah, sorry, speak up.
Sorry.
Maggie, is that you?
Yeah, sorry.
Maggie, am I on speakerphone right now?
Yeah. My fiance.
Could you take me off speakerphone? It's a little harder to hear you.
Yeah. Okay, is this better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maggie, how do you think that date went?
I think it went good. Like, I think they were both very polite to each other, but I think that Katie was like too like falsely positive and like very overly like happy response like to everything. Like she didn't have like a chill response to anything. And I think the only red flag with Maddie was that her first response was arson. That's kind of scary.
The arson thing was a whole thing, for sure. It was what I found interesting, just from like a analysis point of view, is Maddie did not, I don't think anyone, unless if they had some sort of razor sharp perception, would have watched Maggie's intro video and gone, that girl seems like she's pretty into arson. But I like to use that as a lesson that, look, people reveal things about themselves that you might not expect.
Yeah, she hit the arson interest pretty well. Glad we asked that question and got that out of the way.
Could you guys hear Maggie, by the way? Yeah, they can hear. Maggie, who are you with, by the way?
I'm with my fiance.
Can I speak to him?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Austin.
Austin, you gotta speak up, man. I can't hear you at all. Am I on speakerphone right now?
No. Sorry. I had to clear my throat there for a second.
Austin, how do you think this date went?
I think it went pretty well. I mean, like Maggie said, I felt like Katie kind of had to feel like she had to make a sort of connection on every single thing that Maddie said, which, I mean, in this situation they were kind of put in, it is very awkward, and I get it. You kind of, have to have that positive energy to kind of make that connection. But, at the same time, I wish they kind of would have gone a little bit more in depth into kind of some things. They kind of were just sticking with a lot of surface stuff, like what do you do at school, you do art. And like I said, she felt like she had to make every connection at every single point that she made. So, which was, like I said, I get it, but it's okay to be your own person.
Yeah, well, in that sense, if it's okay to be your own person, back when Maggie was talking about that, maybe, Katie was speaking with a lot of enthusiasm. I think that I do agree. I think that there was a difference in, I don't want to say enthusiasm, but like, energy, maybe. But, look, I try to think that, like, you want to present yourself accurately. So if you accurately are just a person who has a lot of enthusiasm, you should absolutely present that, not necessarily.
Exactly.
No, you shouldn't hold it back just because you think it might be too much. Because, maybe for some people it is, maybe for some people it isn't, but, it's who you are. So, it's what you want to be putting out there,
That is true. But overall, like I said, I think it was a pretty good date. And you said they stuck in the Discord. I think they gave each other their numbers, honestly. So, which I think is awesome.
Hell yeah.
So.
Well, I hope everything pans out for them. I hope everything pans out for you and your fiance. You both are in love as well. And
we appreciate what you do.
Oh, of course. You both have a wonderful rest of the night. Thank you so much for calling, Maggie and Austin.
No, thank you so much. You as well. Have a good night.
Oh God. All right, I need to calm down. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Let's just do it. I can't. Folks, Gek Nation, meet Lauren and Jeffrey.
Hi, it's Lauren again. Trying to figure out how to send this to you. I'm currently using Snapchat and talking, and then I'm just gonna attempt to send them all to you. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Total ANC.
I enjoy watching sports like hockey, football, both professional and college. Go Dogs. I work in the consumer product sector for a large manufacturing company. I'm 26 and I love rollerblading and laughing. If I'm chosen, I will put on makeup and brush my hair.
Tried the product, driving over.
If not chosen, I will turn into Mike Wazowski. Thank you for your time. Love you, Gek.
Hi, Mr. Gecko, sir. My name is Jeff, and I'm from South Carolina. I like to think that I'm a, what's the word? Goober. I'm a very big goober. I'm pretty much just a funny guy. I like making people laugh, telling stories, just want to see people smile. I'm really into sports. I like football, basketball. I can probably tell you everything there is to know about basketball, and then turn around and tell you the entire Pokédex by memory. So yeah, I'm a wild card. I'm kind of a chameleon, if you would say. I've tried all the dating apps: Tinder, Bumble, Christian Mingle, farmers.com. I'm not even a farmer. What I'm looking for in a girl: someone that just likes laughing, having fun, an enjoyable person. I just want someone nice and someone that will accept me for who I am. Yeah.
From Georgia, that's such a small world.
Really? Lauren! Jeffrey!
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
How you guys doing?
Good.
We've been having a dance party over here. How about you?
I saw that. You two, I keep the chatters, I keep the daters on mute, but they have to like look at each other's videos, but you two were still figuring out a way to connect. And, you know, I think that, you know, I'm already seeing signs of connection. Look, I set you two up because you're both total goofballs, and I think I see something here. And, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna shut the Gek up, and I'm gonna let you guys get to know each other.
Shut the Gek up. We would love to have you join. Okay, he's gone.
Oh. It'll be okay. He'll be eating breadsticks by the side.
So you gotta take the lead on this guy, on this one.
I actually think this is going to go really well.
You said you're from Georgia?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm also from Oregon, but I'm from Georgia. I'm originally from Oregon, but I'm also from Georgia, if that qualifies.
I know how to use Discord now.
That qualifies. Are you in Georgia now or in Oregon?
No, I'm in Georgia now. I'm actually at my friend's house. My friends are at the stage in their life where they buy houses, which is awesome. Because I just get to enjoy the houses that they buy, so.
True. Very nice, like, friends.
No, but they're amazing. Yeah, no, they're amazing people. They're my people.
Your people.
I mean, I think everybody has people. I'm gonna stop talking.
No, you're fine. I like listening a lot, so. If you want to chatter, I'll just sit here and drink my Dr. Pepper.
That is actually a very bold thing to mention, because I will talk your ear off, but it's about useless shit. Like, it's about like the best kind of plant you could get if you're gonna be like an indoor plant owner, or it's gonna be information like
where your money will best take you if you plan a trip 2 years out, or for me, like a year out. It's just not great information. So
I don't know. I'm gonna live
let's
that
talk
long.
about you.
Let's talk about me. All right. Well, I was born in South Carolina and grew up here my whole life. Which isn't really exciting, but it's what I have. Let's see. I'm 22, I think. Some days I wake up and I still think I'm like 18 or something, and then like, oh, I'm old.
I remember those days.
They just suck, don't they?
It's the worst. I'm so sorry.
It's just like, oh, I'm not as young as I thought I was. That's... Yay.
Oh my god, it's funny you say that. I actually got questioned like 2 days ago for my identity as the person of age that I am. I'm 26. And I actually had someone question, granted, in their defense, my ID is bent, so it does look fake. So like I would hear that. But I got questioned recently by a lady who was like, you look awfully young to be 26. And I literally looked at her and I said, thank you, ma'am. Like, that's the highest compliment she could have given me. So.
Oh, I've gone from looking like a 50-year-old to I honestly think I look like a 16-year-old right now.
Hey guys, could you each describe the worst person you've ever met?
Oh my god.
Do you have one? Because I have like several.
How about you go first?
Oh man.
Why don't you just combine them into one? Because they probably all share the same gene pool, if we're honest. Like,
the same gene pool?
Is that bad of me to say?
No, it's just
not true. It's just a conspiracy I have.
Conspiracies?
I'm interested. What? So anyways, we were talking about... No, but seriously, Lyle, what were we talking about?
Describe the worst person you've ever met.
Okay, go, Jeff. I know you got this.
Oh gosh. One of them is my best friend.
I should have just let them figure it out, dude.
That's not good.
He's
well, the thing is, like, pros outweigh the cons, but...
The worst person you've ever been with?
Maybe I should have thought about person, not like personality traits. Let's go with the person.
Either way, what does your best friend do?
He just lies and does stupid stuff.
I mean, we all do, I guess.
But not to the point where it's like, hey, my grandma's dead. I can't hang out today. And the next day you go over and she greets you at the door. And it's like, oh, you've discovered necromancy, I see. That's nice. That's interesting.
So I took one class in psychology and I really don't know much about anything. So I really would love to dive into this with you, but I just want you to know in advance that I have no true knowledge of what the story there is.
Ah. I do like knowledge. Who's the worst person you know?
Trey Matthews. Is that bad of me to say? I have no idea. Oh, I really wish I had friends here to help me with that. I'm gonna go to jail for saying that. No, Trey Matthews was the worst. I used to work, I went to University of Georgia, and I worked for their athletic association. And he was the worst because he'd always have me, like, try and, like, get him out of certain scenarios that it's like, come on, like, this is bullshit. And, like, also, like, any other athlete could have gotten out of this scenario very easily. Like, Ramik Wilson. I worked with Ramik Wilson a lot. He was an amazing guy. And he was able to handle every single situation seamlessly because he was a college
sports athlete that knew what to do. But Trey Matthews got caught cashing his check twice, and then I was on the hot seat for it because he was one of my athletes. And I wasn't going to cover for him because obviously, like, I wasn't the one getting cashed a check twice. Like, the check was a very nice check. And the fact that he was able to get that check twice, like, the fuck up. No, I'm not going to. I'm not an outer. I love my Georgia football. I do. And I know I'm going on a tangent and I hear my friends laughing at me. Oh my god. This is actually one of the subjects they told me to avoid. They told me to avoid any subject I get passionate about because I get really loud anytime I'm passionate about a subject. But I am so passionate about Georgia football. And holy shit, the fact that you would think that I would cover for an athlete that's shady. Of course he went to Auburn. Of course he finished at Auburn because Auburn's A-okay with that shit, whereas Georgia does not know how to handle that.
Hey guys,
within the police squad. Oh my god, I'm so
could you each describe 24 hours in your life from the beat? Could you each describe a day of your life from beginning to end?
Yeah. You want to go first, or would you like me to go first? Okay. You sure? Yeah. Alright, so...
I literally said, Lauren, move on, and she's right. I shouldn't have drinking before this.
No, you're fine. I want to hear more about the Georgia football thing later.
No, she's fine, dude.
I love football. So...
Same.
So... My mom is a special needs teacher's assistant for the middle school. So she gets up early and we have a little puppy. She's basically a child. So when she leaves, I have to get up and watch her. So my day starts at like 7:30 in the morning. She's a little rascal. I love her to death. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, it's early. I want to go back to bed. Takes her forever to go back to sleep.
I think both of these people are taking this like a champ,
wake up at
dude.
around 11 o'clock. She gets in my face, licks my face. It's like, hey, Bubba, I want to go outside. So we'll go out. Oh gosh, she heard me. That's not good.
Wait, can I see the dog?
Sure, give me 1 second. I'll bring it
in. Lauren, you gotta stop drinking, dude.
This is a great
Chad, how do we think this is going so far? He left.
If anybody's wondering.
I see you.
It's actually Cat. Hi, baby.
I still want to hear Lauren's. I want to hear Lauren's day. I don't know if they're gonna get. I don't know if they're gonna remember this question.
I do.
This doesn't seem like one of those conversations that
oh, she's sweet.
Tends to go back to unfinished topics.
So you're in South Carolina right now. What part? Are you in Beaufort?
I'm in. Do you know like where Greenville is?
You don't have to answer that.
I'm very aware of Greenville.
I'm like a few miles like south of it. Do you know where Clinton is?
All right, Chad, you got any questions?
Do you know where Lawrence is?
I had some good ones here.
No.
Oh wait, I got one. Hold on.
Okay, it's kind of like a. It's weird.
Hey
it's
guys.
Like yeah.
Can you do any tricks?
I can get things in my mouth.
Nice. What kind of things?
Like goldfish. I don't know if I have any though. I can try with the alcohol I have.
I want a gif of him saying nice. Someone
no,
please
I
give
can
me a
try
gif
with
of
like
him saying
chips
nice.
or something. I'm like pretty good at throwing.
We can destroy
But like,
the
what
internet.
about you, Jeff? What are you good at?
I actually do.
Other than loving your dog, because you love your dog very well.
I swear, she like smothers me. I do impressions.
Okay.
Can you do John Mulaney?
No. He is one of my favorite comedians, though.
He's amazing, but that's really cool. Who can you do? What are your passions?
What are my passions, or what can I do?
I would hope the both would like coincide, but if they don't, that's fine too.
I can do like Mickey Mouse, Elmo.
Elmo has a fuse, so I would love to hear Elmo.
No, why is it cutting out?
Is everybody else hearing what I'm hearing, or am I only hearing bits and pieces? Either way, that is amazing. Well done. Amazing.
Thank you.
I have shitty hands, but I will clap for you, for sure.
Some of my passions, I like...
Kyle, I'm so sorry.
Huh?
Sorry, what were you saying?
I
Oh,
said
no, you don't have to be sorry, dude.
I think most passionate about is just
I
making
think
people
this is going well.
I just make people
Oh,
smile.
yeah, that's the thing I care about most.
Just want people to be happy. Like,
I just want to be happy.
like if somebody's having a bad day and you just come up and you're like,
All I want to do is like, wake up and laugh. Like, that's the goal.
Exactly.
I want to keep this going for
So you
like
can solve that problem for me? Because that's
30 more
exactly what it
minutes.
sounds like.
Huh? What?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
What is your ideal? Could you describe your ideal social situation?
Oh my god, so many people. I want all the people.
All the people?
It's pre-COVID. It's pre-COVID and it's packed and we're in a club. And maybe Machine Gun Kelly's performing, but it's after the scare, not before the scare. Because before I was very scared of him, but now I am not as scared of Machine Gun Kelly. So that's my ideal scenario.
Is hanging out with
My
Machine
ideal
Gun Kelly,
scenario
okay.
would probably just be like me with all my friends, playing like board games and stuff.
Damn, I fuck with this guy
Just
so hard.
like having fun, talking, enjoying each other's company.
This man is beautiful.
It's really wholesome.
Would you stop? I'm gonna go put her up real quick before she like eats my hand.
Are you talking about the dog or are you talking to me? Because I genuinely do not know.
Sorry. No, I was talking about the dog. She was just like attacking me.
Wait, so that didn't have to do with me because I felt like I didn't mean to be sassy if I was. I don't know. I feel like I'm a very normal person, but in my head I'm not a normal person, but to everybody else I'm like a super normal person, so.
You just seem like very bubbly.
That's fair. I'm gonna drink this beverage that was given to me. Just for whatever reason, it just floated to me, so.
I hope it's not more wine.
It tastes like water. No, that's not water. No, I think it might be water. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Lyle, do you have an opinion? Am I just fucking this all up for everybody? It's okay if I am.
No,
This is great.
I'm looking at the time.
Don't look at the time. We have plenty of time.
God, I really don't want to end this.
Oh, you seem like very bubbly and like a very like
No, I
cheery,
know.
energetic person. I like that.
Yes.
Oh my god, really?
Just
My
someone.
name's Lauren.
There we go.
I know your name's Jeff, but like, that's not much, but I'll take it.
You'll take it.
What does that mean?
I love living in Atlanta. I love living in the South. I'm in love with anyone from
Alright.
Wisconsin, but I just like remove that from my mind because like Wisconsin. If we're
Hey
gonna
guys,
do
Yeah,
we're about out of time, but how do you think this date went?
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
it, I think I ruined it.
No, you didn't. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I had fun. Lauren, you're fine.
I'm so sorry. I told you. Hey, Niall, can I be real with you for a second? I really hope that the fans hear this because I told you from the beginning I have a major stage fright, and this felt like stage fright. That's That's it. I have no other.
You guys are totally fine. Thank you both for being on Gek Date. This was a lot of fun.
Hey, Niall, can I just know, would you have been attracted to me if it was you and me?
All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Thanks, Lyle.
So how do you guys think that date went? But look, first of all, shout out to both of them. I know. Look. First, look, Lauren, if you're listening to this, first of all, you know. I mean, I thought that was fun and entertaining, which is what the stream should be, you know. I think that was very interesting. Shout out to my guy Jeff. He's the sweetest human being alive. I thought that was interesting. I think that they both maybe, you know, look. And this is no shade to Lauren, because I think Lauren is wonderful as well. I think both of those two are very wonderful. But I don't know. They didn't. Maybe they just didn't give each other a chance. No, I liked them both. I thought they were funny, dude. Well, listen. And who cares what I think? Go ahead, call in yourself. 401-472-GECK. Okay, Cloud found in the chat, and this is a way I felt about a lot of these dates. They said, I like Lauren, I like Jeff, I don't like them together. It's sort of how I feel about a lot of these dates. I've liked everyone who's put themselves out here this evening. But maybe, you know, maybe we're making a lot of friends tonight. And that's always good. All right, 401-472-GECK. Friends are important, I agree.
Call from. To accept, press.
Only those who identify themselves. You must have the courage to identify yourself to come onto my stream.
Call from.
Dan.
Dan?
Yo.
Dan? How are you doing, Dan?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right as well. How do you think this date went, Dan?
Yo, I think it went amazing. Jeff plus Lauren forever. I'm Team Jeff. I'm Team Lauren.
Oh, you want a t-shirt? I should make some t-shirts.
What
would their thing be? Jaloren?
Oh,
Jeffin?
like their couple name. Yeah.
Yeah, what's their couple name?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let me think.
Joran?
Joran, yeah.
Could work.
Yeah. I'd buy a lot of their shirts.
Ooh, wait. I saw real weird art in the chat. Lorif. Does that really work?
Lorif?
Lorif.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, like with two F's at the end.
Yeah, I mean, so tell me, let's go a little bit in depth here. What do you think was so great about the date? What do you think, you know, about the chemistry that they had with each other?
You know, pretty goofy yes. People.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could vibe with that. You know, the more I think about it, it probably didn't go that well. But
oh, okay, sure.
I think there's potential there.
Yeah, I think so. You know, there was definitely that. I mean, that's why I put them together in the first place. They were both goofballs, you know. But they both like to goof around, but they both also had that, you know, that little serious edge, you know. I felt like they both had a really good, in my first impression, I felt like they both had, a really good sense of when to tone it up or tone it down with the comedy. I feel like they had a good handle on that skill. What did you think? Sort of, did your opinion of the date shift as it went on, or did it stay pretty consistent throughout?
I think it shifted a little bit. I feel like, let's see here. I feel like Jeff. Okay, so pros and cons right here. Jeff's dog, amazing. That was really good. Good call right there. Good first date move. Pat on the back to you, Jeff, for that one. Let's see. Oh, props to Lauren. Drinking a lot of wine. Pat on the back for that one.
For sure.
Yep. Yeah, I think I don't know. I also feel like they didn't talk as much to each other. They were just joking around,
Yeah, but maybe that's their love language, is jokes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Very true.
Well, listen, Dan, thank you so much for sharing your perspective with us. It was a pleasure.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course. You have a good night.
You too.
All right, I was debating if I should say this, but something about that Gek date reminded me of that scene in Superbad with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. I thought that was good. I thought that was the best date of the evening. Folks, Gek Nation, I'm going to introduce you all now to Angela and Brandon Good.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm from Boston. A little bit about me: I love photography, I love dancing, and I love retail therapy, specifically thrifting because I'm conscious about the environment. I'm also really passionate about social justice and activism, specifically racial and economic equality. I mean, those are things that impact me and my community, and I also studied them during undergrad, so I hold them dear to my heart. I am looking to be on the show because I love entertaining people, but I also love to be entertained. And it's also been 1.5 years since my last relationship, so I'm ready to bounce back into the game. And what better way to meet someone than through a podcast? I mean, instead of letting an app AI choose for me, I'm letting Lyle choose for me. So I'm entrusting you with this. I'm looking for someone equally as quirky and energetic as me, someone with similar fundamental beliefs, and, a good personality. We don't need to have the same interests, but as long as we click personality-wise, I think that'll work. Anyways, I hope you choose me.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Brandon. I'm 20, from Massachusetts. Spare time, I like to go hiking, backpacking, watching UFC fights, going out with the boys, and I'm just on Gek Date, man, because times are tough, and I'm looking to just go out there, see if something will happen. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just looking for someone who's fun, down to earth, and always ready to have a good time. So let's see what happens.
Can hear it.
Oh, I feel
Angela, Brandon.
Hey, how's it going?
How you guys doing? Thank you both for being here.
Well, thank you for having us.
Of course. Well, listen, I thought you two would be a cool pair, and you've been seeing how it's been going this evening, so I'm gonna just shut the Gek up and let you guys get to know each other.
All right.
Cool.
I feel like shut the Gek up. It's
we've already been over.
I might retire it. It felt a little forced just then. It felt a little
about
forced
what
just
you
then.
ate today.
So I too also skip breakfast like you.
They are both wearing headsets. I did not notice that.
I just had a beef pot pie for lunch today. So.
Cool. Beef pot pie. I don't think I've ever had that before. I've had a chicken pot pie before though.
Yeah, it's basically
much
that,
better.
Except this time we threw
Fixed
cornbread
Brandon.
on top instead of a crust and just baked it like that.
So where are you from?
I'm from a little town called Essex. Not really known. It's near like Gloucester, Danvers, Beverly, all that. Where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Mass.
Well, not far away. Literally like a 30-minute drive.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I grew up in Boston, so I consider myself a city girl. Actually, fun fact, I actually recently learned how to drive because all my life I just took the subway.
Yeah, I mean, in Boston, the roads suck. I'm just
Alright,
gonna
who do you
say
think
that
has a better
I
gamer
hate
headset?
driving in there.
Yep.
Alright,
I
they're
actually,
both definitely
so for my
gamers.
driving test, like right after it, I drove into Boston and it was an absolute nightmare.
I feel like they both
so
gotta
I
be
don't know,
fucking gamers
I don't think
with
I'm
these
ever going to be
headsets.
doing that ever again. So it's going to be the MBTA for me. But
How do I bring it up?
Boston, just to, like,
I want them to
and,
talk
like,
about fucking video games. There's no way they're not both
I've
gamers.
been there. I was there recently because I had to go take a class for work.
Alright, I'll bring it up.
For one of my licenses I had to go get. But last time I was,
Hey,
last
guys.
time I was there. Hey, Lyle. What's up?
I noticed both you guys are rocking the headsets. Are you both gamers?
You know, I like to keep that hush-hush, you know, it's my alter ego.
A little
What?
bit. You know.
What do you mean it's your alter ego?
I
What does
also
that
have a lot
mean?
of friends online that just live out stands a lot easier.
Same. I'm on Discord quite a bit, but I like to
No, you
keep
both play
myself
fucking
offline
video
so I can
games.
stay anonymous, but I'm on Discord quite a bit, and like I like to chat with my friends. Less so gaming though.
I'm the exact same way too, actually. I just sit on the offline. No one bothers you. Just chat with all your friends.
Why are they both ashamed of
Although
being
recently I've been
fucking
playing a lot
gamers?
of Among Us, even though it's dead. I like it. I think it's a really fun game. I think it's so cute.
Why not? I've just been
Wait, what?
playing. I said, why not? If you like a game, just play it. I just tried out a new game that's... It's basically Among Us, but it's more like...
Okay,
you're
someone
on
said
a
being a
ship and you
gamer
have
is
to
not good
drive
to
the
admit
ship.
on a blind date, which I
You have to go
fucking
get
disagree with
resources to actually keep shit
500,000%.
What is it called?
If you like
it's
something,
called,
that's who you
Dread
are.
Stranded.
Oh, I've never heard of it before, but sounds fun.
It literally came out like last week.
Oh, okay.
These two fucking gamers.
But
These
so
two
what do you
fucking
do?
gamers, dude.
So I work for a highway department, and I took a risk. I could have went to college, but
Nah, dude.
I just decided, hey, I'm gonna go out of school, get
You're a
licenses.
professional
So I
Valorant
got
player.
my hoisting, my forklift
But you're scared to admit it.
certification, going for my CDL soon.
And she does CS:GO, and she won't admit it.
Seeing whoever will take me
You're both
first.
walking
and
around
the
blind
town
to
just
each other.
picked me up and happened to be one that I lived in, so I have like a
Ooh.
2-minute commute. Perfect.
Wow, that's really good. Yeah, you can like wake up like 10 minutes before.
I'd do that, yeah.
I do that too.
What do you do?
I work in advertising. I know, like so exciting. It's not as exciting as operating forklift.
No, I have a friend who does that.
Yeah, I make logos and like I put the ads online, and if people click on it, I'm like, this ad works. So yeah, that's what I do.
Do you ever like go on and just see your ads on sites that you visit or no?
It's a cute
Okay,
question.
so actually I don't do that because I don't know, it's like I feel like going on to ads that I work for crosses this line between professional and personal world.
Yeah.
But when I do go on Instagram or Facebook and I see ads that are like definitely targeted towards me, I know the science behind it. I'm like, Zuckerberg, you can't get me this time. I'm not gonna click on your ad.
That's actually really cool. So do you like go to college for graphic design or?
No, actually, I went to school for economics.
Really?
Yeah, I know, like really weird pivot. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and college was sort of like I guess like a decision that like really wasn't really up to me, but more so like pushed on to me, and so I did it, and I just chose a random major, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. I know I sound really privileged right now, but I did that, and I had a good time in college. I made a lot of good friends, but now I'm just living in the adult world and trying to pay off some student loans and just live my best life, you know, be happy and content with things that I have.
Honestly, I think that's what scared me away from college the most was the debt. I just, something with money. Like I always wanted to see my number growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep.
And just be like held to a certain amount I have to pay off eventually. Just,
oh yeah.
I think it just scared me away.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not for everybody. And like, honestly, the people who like are able to like break out of that like mold that's pushed onto you in high school, I have mad respect. Like going into a trade or a vocation or something that's not academia, mad respect because like I was scared of not doing that. I was like, okay, I have to go. So this is my only option. So
I think they're vibing.
yeah, it's not for everybody. But you don't have college debt now, so that's a plus.
Wasn't my first choice, but I went to tech school. I majored in natural resource management there, and after I graduated there, I got 2 years where I partner as a steward for a basically kind of like an old castle and a beach, and then a new CEO came on and laid all of us off. And
hey guys,
yeah,
what is something you both think you have in common?
We're from the East Coast.
Same state.
Fucking come on.
You know, I am a little curious though, like as to why Lyle put us together. So
I don't know.
Are there elements from my video that you resonate with? I didn't watch your video. I exited out of the tab because I didn't want to read the comments.
I also kind of exited out, but I saw a little bit. You said photography?
Yeah, I really like visual
Oh my
arts.
god, it's such a cop out, dude.
Then I said for mine, I was like a lot outdoors. There was also sports and stuff, hanging out with friends normally. That was mostly mine, but I guess photography and being outdoors, I guess that could put us together.
Chat, what are some questions I should ask these folks?
Yeah, for sure. Do you like film?
I'm a
or,
little
like,
curious
do you
why
have a
Lyle
camera?
put us together.
I don't go crazy, but whenever we go on like our long
Ask them to
backpacking
compliment
trips,
each other. Perfect
can't
idea.
really bring out a lot of gear, so I
Hey
bought
guys,
yeah.
could you each give each other a compliment?
Sure. I think, Brandon, you have a really calm presence, a really calm voice, really solid energy, and I fuck with it.
Hey,
Damn.
I think you're chill. We're on the same wavelength. We have it going good.
They both think they're
Nothing
each
wrong
other
with
is
that.
chill. What more do you want?
So, what was life like for you before COVID? And
They're both
during the
chill.
pandemic, did you have like a life-changing realization? Because I definitely did. So I want to hear yours.
They're both
All
they're
right,
both chill gamers. They're both fucking
life
chill
before
gamers, but they won't
COVID?
admit it.
I would go hiking with friends.
Look at these two chill
go
gamers.
to work. I come
chilling,
home.
gaming. They should chill and game
That
together.
was
dude.
basically it. And then COVID hit, and I kind of was like, man, I can't go on like these long backpacking trips anymore or do really anything. And I kind of sat there. I'm like, gotta find something to do. So recently, I started
All right,
going
I'm
to
gonna
the
ask.
gym.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna ask them why they do this.
I've just been basically watching UFC fights. That what got me back into that sport again was
Hey, guys.
actually COVID.
Why are you guys ashamed to be gamers?
I don't know. It's frowned upon, kind of. Well, not
my
really
God, but you're
frowned
both-
upon, it's just
I like the aesthetic of it. I think like
That's
the
the
inside
most-
jokes
that's so
on like
annoying.
TikTok and like Twitter. I think those are really funny. But I think the culture is, you know, it can be a little toxic. So
That's
you know,
fair,
I don't
that's
like to like jump too deep into it. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's a bit frowned on too, like by the older generations.
Yeah. Yeah. Video games make kids more violent, right?
Yeah, and they don't understand like the friendships that you can form from them.
Yeah, for real. I mean, like, have you made any like online friends from video games?
Yeah. I was talking to one before this, and he was hyping me up. He's like, you got this, we're good. And this one, well, trying to figure out when we can go up, but we're all, me and my friend who live in town, we were planning on going to Canada to visit them and just hang out with them for like a week or so. But how about you?
No online friends from video games, but do you remember when Omegle was a thing?
Yes. I actually went back to it.
Wait, no, me too! So, back in, 8th grade, this was, like 9 years ago, I went on Omegle when it was, still, this, wild wasteland, the wild fucking west, and I met this guy on there. He was, this international guy from France. We became really good friends over the internet, and then 3 summers ago, we met up in Japan. We just hung out, we got sushi. I think we attempted to go to a karaoke bar, went to a photo booth, but it was a lot of fun. So, I love the power of the internet and, the chaos that is Omegle.
Great. We just go on there and just have fun with some of the random people.
Yeah. I think my favorite would have to be
that could be a good ad for Omegle.
On Omegle.
I'd like to go on there.
That's
and
great.
Have fun
One of
with
my
people.
friends, she bought one of those old troll
That
dolls.
is not anything
And
like
she
the
just
actual
has that in
experience.
front of the camera at all times, and so many people just join that are trolls? I haven't seen those in years.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah.
But back to your COVID. What was your change?
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot I asked that question. I'm not gonna lie.
When was the last time you were really angry? Shout out Real Weird Art. That's a good question. And you also highlighted it and typed it in all caps, so that helped out as well.
I'd say this winter, since I do have to go out plowing snow, good money, not gonna lie, great money. I see why they call it white gold. It was at the end of a 22-hour shift, and my truck just lost all traction in the yard, and it got stuck in the snow pile, and it was 1 in the morning, and I was just pissed off and done, and I kind of said just fuck it, and just left the truck there until the next day.
Oh my god, did you manage to get it out?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That sounds so chaotic. How did you get it out?
The next day I kind of just screwed around with it, threw salt under the tires and punched it, made it out. But at the time, since everything kind of half melted and froze over, her whole lot was just ice, and I just couldn't move at the point, and I was just done.
Oh my gosh, good old New England snow. We love to see it.
It's great. We really don't.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of reminds me of that winter many years ago. I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
2015.
Yes. That was a nightmare of a winter. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think it Melf Zero. Damn. I know, I've been here for 7 months.
Question.
Appreciate
what
you.
was my last angriest moment?
Ask them if they would move to each other's city. I think it's a little early for that.
I don't really get angry that often, so I don't really remember.
Nothing.
I can tell you a really sad time, a time that I was really sad. I don't know. I feel those those emotions are adjacent to each other. A time that I was really, really sad was when I got sent home after COVID was announced, and I was sent home back. So I was on campus in March, and I was sent home back to my family, and I was really sad because I couldn't see all my friends and I couldn't graduate on time. So I buckled down and I did all my classes, but I didn't have a graduation.
You didn't have. Oh my god, that's horrible.
I know. I didn't have a graduation. I didn't have a final send off with my friends. But
I'm sorry.
it is what it is.
That's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. That's sweet. But it happens, and
Chat, what are we thinking here so far? I think they're vibing pretty well.
I did the windmill to make sure
I don't know if I am sensing
sore the day after, and
anything more than a friend vibe, but they're definitely getting along very well.
They told you to rotate your arm, not to hurt it.
Maybe I'm.
Oh yeah. Wait, you didn't hear that?
No, they just gave it to me and said, "All right, good luck."
Okay, so nobody actually told me anything. I just saw this online, and they're like, okay, after you get the vaccine, if you windmill your arm, it won't hurt the next day. And so I was sitting in the observation room for 15 minutes just windmilling my arm. People were like, what the hell is she doing? The next day, my arm didn't hurt. So glad to say that it worked. And for those out there who are watching, if you get your vaccine, windmill your arm so it doesn't hurt.
Hey, do you guys have any bad habits?
Yeah, sleep.
Once I was Trinity says,
sleep too
I
much?
think they're
No, I
just
don't sleep
two
enough.
nice people
What?
being nice to each other.
Sleep is how you
Interesting
stay young
theory.
and youthful and beautiful forever.
I know, but that's.
I think it's
it
more
was
than that
kinda
though,
like
because they are connecting. They're not like
work,
being
it
nice. I don't feel like they're
programmed me
being
for
nice
winter where I'd
at
be like,
each other.
alright,
They're
I'm going out tonight,
having a
I'll
legitimate
stay
connection.
stay up, go out, come back home, just crash. And I've gone to the point where like, alright, it's 9, I gotta get up at like 6. Go bed now, and I'm like 2 hours later, I'm like,
All right,
go
we'll do.
bed,
All right, we'll
like,
do a
couple
spicy
more hours later,
question.
I'm like,
We'll do a spicy
oh, shit, I
question.
should finally go to bed.
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
feel.
gosh. You know, like even like in the wintertime in New England.
Do we
that
want a
season
spicy
of
question? Let's do it. Dude.
Yes, I know
No,
exactly what you're talking about.
Hey
Everyone's
guys,
down.
Yeah.
do either of you have any sexual fetishes?
Okay, remember in the first date where it was like, oh, none that you would admit to thousands of people on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
See what he says. If he reveals something, she will. That's the thing. That's the problem.
I don't know what to say really. Like,
dude, like
I got,
over the phone,
I got a
when I ask
story
people these
about
kinds of
a,
questions, they're more willing to do it
horrible
than
time with
like.
wax.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Wait,
So-
wax? Oh, you freaky.
No, I didn't want to, but she was like, "I want to try wax," and I was just like,
On you?
"Yeah,
And you didn't like it?
no, God, no."
Did it like leave bird marks?
For like a day or two.
Oh my god. Well, now you have a fun story to tell on live television. Not television, but a live podcast.
We're not gonna go too depth into it, but it wasn't the greatest experience. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
All right, Angela,
I
you gotta
definitely
give him
have,
something
like, a
now.
daddy brat kink. Yes, I'll admit it. It's like I feel like it's like not bad enough that it's like it's shameful.
Which one are you?
Right? Like it's like normal enough that you can admit that like okay,
Yeah.
this is a kink that I have. I also like feet. What?
Hey, it's something. I'd say I'm not targeting you, but I would say I definitely have a thing for Asian girls. But also, yeah, a little bit of BDSM. Why not?
Oh wow. So you are freaky like that. Okay.
Not crazy. I'm not like gonna be like, oh, let's tie someone up with 27 ropes and hang him from the ceiling.
But isn't that literally what BDSM is though?
I mean, not like tying people. Yeah, it's a mixture of everything.
Okay, well,
Hey
you
guys,
brought up
we're about out of time, but how do you think this date went?
Lyle, why'd you end it with that question? Oh, you
wait,
need to
what?
do some-
Wait, are you talking about me or Lyle?
No, I was asking Lyle why he had to end it with that question.
Well, I thought it was going pretty well. I wish we had more time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was the first time I've ever been on a date in front of hundreds of people. It was interesting. And I gotta say, for all people on Discord, I brought this one for you.
He had the potato.
I don't have potato. I have a bottle of kombucha. All right, take care of your gut health.
Probably about the same
and
size.
don't take care of your liver.
Exactly.
Have a great evening, everybody.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you guys so much for being on Gek Date. You have a wonderful evening.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye. It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
I thought that they were getting along pretty well. I'll hold to my sentiment that, you know, they were getting along well as friends, I think. I could sense that. I didn't think they were just being nice to each other. I thought that, you know, they were connecting pretty well on, you know, a human being level. Was it a romantic connection? I didn't sense one personally, but definitely a connection.
From Jojo.
Jojo?
Hello?
How are you doing, Jojo?
Oh, Oh, cool. I'm online. That's really awesome. Hold on. Let
You
me
are
separate
online,
myself
Jojo.
so I'm
How
not
did you think that
echoing,
date
'cause
went?
We have you on the television.
I'm on the television? I made it to the
Yeah.
television?
Yeah, so we have like a PS3 and we have Twitch on there. So
Oh my goodness! So I always, you know, I feel so much more self-conscious now. It's one thing to be on a phone, but a television. I mean, that's like
yeah.
that's
It's
like
okay, though.
50 phones. I don't know how big the TV is, but
It's I don't know inches because I'm really bad at math, but it's pretty big, but it's no worries, honestly.
well, listen, Jojo, how did you think that date went?
Well, I think that I feel like you mentioned this earlier, but I feel like, you know, they were just conversing at first, but I guess it just took a really weird turn. Like, you know, you brought up the whole fetishes thing, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to expect. I know last time you asked the question, it was like, oh, I'm pretty vanilla or whatnot. I feel like it was just weirdly misplaced because I don't know if you guys or I don't know if they can see each other's videos and whatnot, but she mentioned how she was like, you know, really into racial justice, and he was just like, yeah, I'm into Asian girls, and it just dropped from there, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I could tell that he regretted saying that immediately after he did.
Yeah, I hope
But-
he does some, like, reflecting, to say the least.
But I mean, look, you know, other than that, I mean, well, I guess I'll ask what I asked the other callers. You know, how did your sort of view of the date evolve as it went on? What were your thoughts initially versus once it ended?
Once I was watching them, I feel like it just stayed pretty stagnant. I was just like, I don't think it went. I feel like it was pretty meh. It was pretty in the middle. I don't think it went very well though. But like, I feel like as you mentioned before in the stream, I feel like if anything, they would be good friends. But I personally feel like they would be more so like, hey, I saw you in class, okay, bye, sort of thing.
Sure.
So
sure.
meh.
I tried to let them breathe a little bit more than usual because I don't know. I
Yeah.
think they were doing a good job of not like, you know, if I would come in with a question, they wouldn't just let it end. They would, you know, continue on the conversation. So I tried to let that natural chemistry breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you on that. Are you having a party right now? Are you with a bunch of people?
No, actually, my partner was on the regular Gek show. Their name's Rue, and yeah, so we're just literally chilling. It's
Oh, are you
Friday
with
night.
Rue?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear what they thought if they're in the room.
Oh yeah, hold on one second. He wants to talk to you. Hello.
Rue, is that you?
Yeah, hi. You're talking
How
to
you
my
doing, Rue?
girlfriend JoJo.
Rue, listen, were you watching along with her?
Yeah, me and Joe, we have Twitch up on the PlayStation.
I've heard I'm on 40 phones at once. That should count, by the way, as 40 viewers. One person watching on a TV should be at least. It should count as more than one viewer, I think, in the metrics. But anyway.
I totally agree.
So, what did you think of that date?
Yeah, so, I personally, I feel like first of all, it's like always really awkward to go on blind dates, let alone to be like on the internet. So I feel
Of
like
course.
they were nervous. Heck,
Harrowing
I was
experience.
nervous when I called. So I feel like they were nervous, but I really liked how they were like trying to play off each other's energies and like get to like, you know, speak and listen and get to know each other. And I felt like they were really respectful, but definitely at the end I could feel that he felt awkward for making that comment, and it was like, it was definitely like I got secondhand embarrassment watching that. But I don't think I can't speak for her, but hopefully, you know, with, you know, nerves and awkwardness and, you know, I think that it was okay. I don't know if I would necessarily say they're like super compatible, like romantic wise, but I'd like to think that maybe they made a new friend.
That seems to be the going sentiment. I'd love to hear, you know, did you think there was any sense of you know, romantic chemistry between those two, or just strictly platonic?
Well, I mean, it was a first date. I definitely feel like there was interest. Like, you always want to go if you know,
if you're going on to Geckdate to try to find a significant other, I like to think that there's an initial interest in, oh, I wonder why the Geck set me up with this person. So I definitely think in the
Right, she
beginning they
mentioned
were
that.
probably, yeah, they were probably like interested in wanting to know, like, oh, this person, I'm excited. I am interested romantically. And then, you know, as the conversation goes on, you kind of realize, well, you know, this wasn't a total loss. I just think maybe this person and me vibing, it feels more platonic. And I'm a huge advocate for, like, platonic relationships. I have a lot of platonic relationships that are very near and dear to my heart as well. So, you know, it's never a loss to meet a new friend. But I personally got very platonic vibes towards the end of the conversation.
Well, thank you so much for sharing, Rue. And what's your fiance or girlfriend or wife's name?
Yeah, me and JoJo, yeah, we've been together. I don't know if that was what you were asking, but we're not fiancés yet, but we've been together 5 years now.
Oh, well, I wish you 500,000 more, Rue.
Thank you. I love JoJo so much. Wait, you want to talk to JoJo real quick before I let you go?
Oh, you could tell her I said goodbye.
Oh, you want me to tell Joe you say goodbye? Okay.
I'll talk. Hey,
what
who
should
am
I
I
do?
on the phone
Sorry.
with right now?
It's me. It's still Rue. I'm walking to Joe. Here, honey, here. Hello and goodbye, my friend. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for calling in, JoJo.
No problem. You have a good one.
You guys have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Now, those two are in love.
Call from
Andrew.
Andrew, is that you?
Hello.
How are you, Andrew?
I'm doing great, man.
Pleasure having you here.
Yeah, this is awesome. So, I need to introduce myself. I'm Andrew from the first Gek Date.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, I recognized your voice. Andrew.
Yeah, dude.
On the phone with us right now, folks. Folks, on the phone with us right now. We have Andrew, who has the exclusive honor, along with Lovisa, of being the very first person to ever go on a Gek Date.
Oh, my
Live.
God.
I don't know if you folks remember Andrew. Andrew, so Andrew, you were a participant in the very first Gek Date, and now you got you could relax, you could just enjoy the experience as an observer. And I mean, I'd love to hear about that experience. You know, how it felt watching it after having been in it.
Yeah, well, it was nice being relaxing, you know, and I can take that because I heard everybody's response on my date, so now the shoes are on my feet. You know, I get to do that, and it was every date I loved from like an entertainment point of view, dude. It was great. Yeah, and it made me reflect on, you know, my date too, and you know, I was able to compare. You know, like I could relate to, God, I forget some of their names, but I think it was the second date. The guy who was in the the bee suit. I was really, you know, relating with him. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
I feel like I can relate with him, you know, just like sitting back, you know, watching people's anxiety and then see myself do that.
Yes, it is interesting to see that sort of visible anxiety. But then what's more interesting is of course, you know, you see that visible anxiety, and then miraculously, as the date goes on, you just see it fade away, and they're just talking to each other.
It does.
You know?
It does.
It's fun to watch.
The last date, dude. You were complaining. You know, two gamers. They're not talking about gaming. All of a sudden, you brought that hard question. Like, dude, you guys are gamers. You got to talk about it. And I felt like since that point, they were vibing. It went great. Yeah, there is that breaking point, and I think every date had one. You know, it was Amutha. I think she sung, and I think that really broke the ice a little bit, and it made him, you know, he was able to see the confidence through her, and I think that really kind of opened it up. I don't. God, I'm trying to remember some of the dates, but it was great. Good stuff.
I'm trying to think if I have any more questions for you, Andrew, because you offer such a unique experience as a viewer.
Yeah, anything, man. Set me up. You know, you want a spaghetti recipe?
So you
or
said that you were
something?
taking notes. You feel like you learned. Do you feel like you learned anything from the daters that you watched about, you know, that maybe you could have used when you were on your date?
Yeah, storytelling, I think, is a big thing. A lot of the date with streamer boy and other girl,
Chloe and Donnie.
They had stories to tell, and I'm like, dude, I should have talked about stories in my date. You know, he was talking about his grandpa, and they were talking about bugs or something. I forget, but it was a story. You know, and
well, you know, it was difficult, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's difficult because they didn't know I was going to even ask them a question like that. You know, it's not even something you could prepare for.
You know what? That's what I can relate, man, dude. Those hard-hitting questions, because I didn't know what to expect. You know, oh my god, that and you're giving some of them easy questions. I'm like, come on, dude, hit the hard ones. I want them to feel what I felt.
Do you feel like I hit you with hard questions on your date?
Yes, but in retrospect, I loved it.
What hard questions did I hit you? I remember asking you how much money you made. I think.
Yes, and I was so nervous. I said the exact amount.
You're so nervous you said the exact amount. I know you get. It's fun to get people in these situations where they'll tell the truth.
Yeah. You asked me about my relationship with my mother, and the most embarrassing thing you've done or you have done in your life. Things like that. But perhaps maybe it's also from my perspective too, because I think other daters tonight said this. They're kind of hoping you would like help, and
exactly.
I had
they
that.
Hoped I would help more, and then and I mentioned this before. The second they say, "Oh, I hope Lyle jumps in," is when I pull out the most, because that's when it gets the most interesting to watch.
Yes, that was fun to watch. Your reaction to them begging for help, and you're just like, "No, let's go."
So, Andrew, I wanted to ask you two more things. One is, all right, so one of the most, I think, nerve-wracking parts for some of these daters is, trying not to read what the chat is saying about them. How did you feel? And chat, listen, chat. Here's the thing: is when you're chatting, you gotta be chatting as if you are under the impression that look, people are gonna read this because of course they are. I don't think. I mean, maybe they won't because they're embarrassed of it or something. But I think most people that have been on the stream, they go back and they watch see what the chat reacted, and so look, they're gonna read your comments. So I mean, how did you feel going back after your date and reading the chat about it?
You guys are a little rough, man. But there are a few shining lights in there that are beautiful, and a lot of them actually, I'm going to shout out your own Discord, dude. A lot of them come through your own Discord, and I've been talking with them. I've met people. I became really good friends with your mods and a bunch of other people in your Discord because I was on Geckdate. So in that sense, there's some beautiful people out there, and I love you guys.
Join the Discord, ! Discord in the chat to join Gek Nation. Some wonderful people in there. And Andrew, just to finish off, when's the last time you talked to your Gek date?
Dude, so I asked her, right after the date. It's like, hey, you want to talk again? And I gotta say, she's very, very nice, lovely lady. But she thought just the fact that we're exact opposite coastlines, distance, man. She didn't see it go anywhere, and I totally respect that. But she was, the way she said it was very beautiful. So I props to that. Yeah. That's that
are
one.
you going on any dates at all in the future? Are you getting back out there, or are you trying to stay in?
I'm taking your advice that you said once, which is focus on yourself. Cause I want to be happier. I want to be fulfilled, but I can't, try to get that through a dating. I should focus on myself, and see what comes with that. So I actually want to go camping. I want to go road tripping. It gave me some perspective. I want to do something of myself, and then hopefully that will give me some opportunities or whatnot.
Totally. I mean, it's essential. You got to build up who you are before you shop it around the marketplace.
I am available. That's I'll put that on my forehead, but at the same time,
give them a call, folks.
Yeah. Get the numbers on the screen.
Well, thank you so much for coming back and chatting with us about your experience, Andrew.
Absolutely. And nice talking to you too, Lyle.
Thank you, man. You have a good rest
Until
of the
next time. You too. Beautiful day.
What a nice guy.